All right, I believe, dudes, that we are feeding out to the folks out there. Before we get anything going here, I want you guys to tell me how my audio sounds. If my audio is loud, quiet, or otherwise, just because I had to unplug everything, plug everything back in, because the van was in for servicing this weekend. But shout out to everyone who's out there. Please, you're obviously watching us live on Utron. If you're watching us live right now, smash those arrow ups under the title of this video. If you're not watching us on Utron, you're watching us on YouTube later on. Guess what? Utreon is the place to go so you can see us when we go live, and you can see us handle guns like this. Whoa, oh, what is that? Something new.
That's the Mossberg.
Something new
It's a
here
500.
on the
Not a
Hacienda.
Mossberg.
Just arrived today. Yeah,
Not a Mossberg.
yeah, absolutely. Let me see. Let me load these
I know my
guys up.
guns. I know my guns.
Yeah, okay, yes. So we're on Utreon so that we can handle guns and all that kind of good stuff. Yeah, and also forgive my terrible, I don't know how I sound, but I know I feel bad. So I'm very sick today. All right, listen, if you guys are ready, we could kick this off right now. We'll just jump right on up into this. Make sure you go to hankstrange.com, sign up for our email list, etc., etc., etc. Let's do this.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation, Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Franklin Armory. Franklin Armory provides 100% US-made firearms and awesome binary option triggers. Their focus and purpose is to provide freedom tools to all Americans, especially those in not-so-free states. So when you're in the market, please consider Franklin Armory. All right, so we are live. I hope you guys are hearing us loud and clear out there. Let's do the jazz hands. Walter's messing around with lights right now.
I got a. There's a comment, and Appalachian Gun Runner said since it's episode 870, somebody's got to have an 870. Well, I'm getting ready to go.
I don't.
I'm getting ready to jump into that time warp wormhole thing and pull one out of my.
Get an 870. Babyface, you don't have an 870? I thought you did.
No, I have a. Excuse me, I have a.
I have a 500 and
Benelli. I have a Benelli.
Oh boy.
M4.
Yeah, here we go. All right, so listen, welcome back to the show, everyone. This is episode, as Walter said, 870 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. It's FreeForAll Monday, and the title is SHF Walt is all about that van life. Yo.
Yo.
Walt is all about that van life. I guess I'm going to have... I don't know if Walt's got pictures. I think I have pictures and stuff like that on my phone I can share with you guys. So there's Walt, and he's got a... Is that an 870?
Yes, sir.
All right, there you go.
It's
Episode
right
870.
there.
And the infamous...
Wait, how is that an 870? Isn't that one of those...
like the TAC 14 style.
Yeah, with a grip on the back.
Oh, okay. I guess it's a modern day one. That's okay. All right, we could go with that.
That's all you're getting, my friend. That's all you're getting.
Yeah, we got to take what we got here. Also, Babyface P is here. And prepare for lots of showing off about his awesome internet of Babyface P.
I wouldn't mention any of it if you weren't so jealous of it.
I am jealous. What do you think? Yeah, you've got the awesome fiber optic, and Walter
we'll see if it helps here at all, because we upgraded to fiber over the weekend. The only thing is I'm on Wi-Fi, so
yeah,
it seems to be working, but we'll see.
yeah, we'll see. Because when I went over to your house, I was getting like 400 up and like 600
It was like
down.
550, 500 on both directions on Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
but we're paying for 1,000 down, 1,000 up, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so yay! I'm so happy about that. I'm so. Bless your heart. That's what I could say. Okay, I'm a little bit jealous. I've got like...
I mean, look at me. I'm only at 3, like maybe 3 and 2 or something like that. 100. I'm gonna have to get a direct wire to the satellite. That's what I'm gonna
We're just gonna have to. Oh God.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the only one of us that's sacrificing and actually living in the country amongst the people of America. You guys are living in communist havens. You all might as well be in Russia or something like that. But since I'm living out here with the the red
The
and blue
people,
blooded Americans,
America, out there in
yeah,
America,
I'm suffering, with
suffering. Yeah.
whatever I can get Verizon to give me, and
Okay.
you know,
I'm only going 220 down and 330 up. I mean,
um,
something's got to give,
uh,
man.
yeah,
Something's got to give.
yeah, yeah. Babyface is. I know, baby. Look at his face. He's multitasking right now.
I'm looking at news stuff at the moment. There's a
Oh, okay.
shooting yesterday of a bunch of Antifa people. I'm trying to find more news on it.
Oh. So, yeah, listen, like I said, I don't know what happened to me. I know Lola has been a little under the weather, and I wasn't getting it. And then, um, you know, something hit me like over the weekend, and I think it's because we did do this van life thing that we're going to talk about here. And
Balls go.
I think with the combination of allergy season kicking in and the mold from the awning of the van, there was there was freaking mummified lizards in this awning.
In the
First
awning
off,
on your
in
van?
mine,
No, not on
my new
mine.
one.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that
no,
doesn't
no.
surprise me at all.
Yeah.
So
I'm surprised you
I
didn't
was
have like a mouse or something.
well, we're over at his place, and I see this dead lizard, and it's like hard dead. I
It's
pick it up and I drop it, and he goes, "Don't drop that there." It's like
desiccated lizard.
Yeah.
it's the spirit of the dead lizard possessed his his sinuses.
Oh,
That's
that
what
thing smelled really bad. I'm a very sensitive man, as people who know me. I don't know.
like Barry White. Didn't Barry White say he's sensitive?
I'm very sensitive.
You said you sounded like Barry White over the
I have
weekend.
one of my superpowers is my sense of smell. So, like, if something smells weird, it messes. Like, Lola can have a certain kind of perfume. If she puts on too much of that thing, headache.
Then it comes on. I can't get enough of your love,
Yeah,
baby.
she gets mad at me because she's like, no one else has a problem with this. I don't know. There's especially a specific one that sometimes she'll try to go just dab a little bit on. I'm like, oh, you're wearing that thing,
Okay.
and I can't
Have you ever
stand it. So,
you ever been to the mall? And I don't know if those places are still there, but they had those candle places with all the candles in it.
hmm
I couldn't walk in the place because it's just sensory overload.
It's
like
too much sometimes.
so
Yeah.
much fucking
they
scents all
they
mixed
spray shit
together.
on you. The models spray stuff on you because they think they're cute.
I'll spray something
Yeah.
on them, all right.
I
Come on.
can't. Yeah, I'm very sensitive to those kinds of things. So anyway, I've been messed up all weekend. Like, I was actually supposed to come out and actually surprise you, Walt. I was supposed to come out.
Well,
and
you know who surprised me this weekend?
who surprised you?
Oh, my
'Cause-
birthday was Sunday for those
Yeah,
who
happy
don't
birthday
know.
to Walter! Yay, happy birthday!
And
Yeah, happy
so
birthday.
Walter is
Saturday,
120 years old today.
73.
No, 21
So-
finally. You can actually drink.
21. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So Saturday morning, I had to go over to the shop and meet my dad because he was coming into town and bringing a trailer that he wants to sell. And since he lives out in the middle of the woods, it's kind of hard to sell anything. So I mean,
Well, your dad lives out in America with me. I mean, like a
He
real
lives out in
man.
the country, yes, sir.
Yeah,
Out in the country.
yeah, like a real man would.
So, anyways, I meet Pops over at the shop. It's about 8:20, 8:15 in the morning. And somebody else comes to the shop. Doc, you know Doc.
Mhm.
Doc was maybe interested in the trailer, but it was actually too big for his truck. So
Okay,
Doc was
okay.
there. He came in. He
Shout out
left.
to Doc.
Yep, Doc. Yep.
Mhm.
And then Peggy shows up with a Lexus.
Oh, nice. What day was this? Saturday, you said?
That was Saturday. Yeah, she
Oh, cool.
imported a Lexus for my birthday.
Nice.
Oh, that's really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. So basically the whole family unit was together, which doesn't happen.
That's
that often.
really
Yeah.
nice.
Guess who
And that
knew
was a
about?
surprise, right?
Yeah, it was a surprise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a surprise. I had no. Well, okay. A couple weeks ago or a week or so ago, I mentioned that I might be doing something on Saturday morning. And she's, well, I got somewhere to go on Saturday morning, and I knew my birthday was coming, so I didn't question it because I didn't know what she had.
You know something's happening.
What the scheme was, what was going on, but I had no idea Alexis was coming in town. So
Yeah.
the
That was
only-
very nice. I would have liked to have seen Alexis. Lola and I were going to come surprise you for your birthday. That's what I was telling you. I was going to be in Tampa on Saturday, and we were actually going to spend the weekend out there and celebrate your birthday with you. And then I got really, like I'm telling you, it was really bad. I was really messed
I
up.
would have surprised you double whammy because Saturday afternoon, I met up with three of my old friends. One of them I've known since second grade, and two of them I was roommates with. And back in the crazy days, single days.
Yeah. Did you guys even have like electricity in that shack back then? Like on
there
the
was
prairie.
lots of electricity. There was electricity every day. You know what I'm saying? No, but so we went out. We met them for we'll say early bird dinner and had some drinks, and so you would have got to meet some of the old school friends, and you would have heard some of the stories. But you missed out on that.
I know. I was trying to come out there, and
That's all right.
Yeah, I was trying to make it happen. So, unfortunately, we couldn't do it. I would have loved to have spent the.
If you got them, you probably don't have what do you call it? You're not probably contagious. So.
I think I'm a little contagious from the color of stuff coming out of my passages.
You're spewing out some mucus membrane.
There's lots of different colors of the rainbow coming out of there. So. Nice. Some of it, like, it runs everything from clear all the way up to dark brown.
to zombie green?
Yeah, I saw green today.
Okay.
So I have a combo of things that...
It may be one woodland camo coming out of your nose.
Yeah, man. Oh, my God. So, Yeah, I would have liked to have spent your 60th with you. 42 Chilled says, happy birthday, Walt.
Thank you.
So there you go.
So it was I mean, we met with those guys, reminisced a bit, had some food, and then it was early. We got done. I felt like I was like at the Villages having the early bird or something, So then we went home and just hung out basically, and it was quiet at home actually. So Yep.
Should we ask Sunday, him? Should we ask? Well, go ahead. I was going to ask you what you got for your birthday. That's good.
Well, I got a van for one thing.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
That wasn't really planned for my birthday. That just kind of happened.
That's all. Yeah, and technically that's all business.
Yeah, well,
that was a very complicated business deal. I'm gonna have the. I don't know if Patrick knows the story of this business deal. I don't know if we're even supposed to talk about
the whole thing.
I don't think so. Did I tell you, Patrick?
You told me that it was good. It was priced well. That's all I know.
Well.
Did I tell you it was complicated? Yeah, go ahead.
And then Hank has to do videos. He keeps telling me he has to come down there and do videos.
There were highs and lows associated with the whole thing. Emotions ran high for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think in the end it all worked out, and I think all that got smoothed out. I think it'll work out. It'll work out for the best.
Yeah. So here, let me see if I could throw a picture of it up on the screen. So this is This is an MB Cruiser from Forest River. It is basically, it's a Freightliner. If you guys looking close there, it says Freightliner. Basically a Mercedes Sprinter. What'd you say it was, Walt? 2000?
The truck itself is a 2004.
The van? Okay.
But the MB,
it's a van, Walt. If you don't call it a van, you get kicked out of van life. Definitely not a truck. Don't make me start early.
You ain't kicking me out of nothing, Holmes. I
mean, it's a van. It's not a truck. So
okay, yes. The van, the model year is the actual van's a 2004. The model year for the RV is a 2005 when they made it. I ran the Carfax on it, and 2 owners. The last owner had it for the last 15 years. It seems to be well taken care of mechanically. Being 20 years or 17 years old, we're going to basically gut it and redo the whole interior.
Yeah, here while you're talking, I'm giving people a little quick video of it. There's no audio, but go ahead.
So it has a 5-cylinder Mercedes-Benz diesel, turbocharged. The van is just under 60,000 original miles. Runs great, goes straight. It was driving home, no problem. Temperature right where it's supposed to be.
Nice.
We took off that Bears emblem on the window there. The Bears is gone.
Did you see how many miles are on it?
I think it's 60.
Yeah, just under 60.
And those, from what I understand, those Mercedes diesels will run, if you take care of them even a little, they'll run forever, right?
They'll run good 300,000 easy.
Yeah, they're pretty bulletproof.
No problem.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like I said, only 2 owners. The first owner had it for about a year, and then the second owner had it for the rest. There's the generator.
Nice.
Got an Onan generator.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're gonna at first I was just thinking, well, we'll just do some mods and updates, but after thinking it through and watching some videos on YouTube, we're gonna go ahead and gut it and bring it into the 20s, so to speak.
Really? You're gonna strip the inside out and bring it up to date?
It's gonna look like a brand new mofo inside when we get
That's
done.
awesome.
So.
No, I mean it's a great base.
Yeah, I mean, if it
it doesn't look bad actually in there. I'm watching.
Yeah,
Hank's video right
it
now.
smells a little like this carpet. It needs to get ripped out for sure.
Oh, get rid of carpet.
Yeah.
Never have
Yeah.
carpet. Ugh.
Yeah, we're gonna when we redo it, there'll be no carpet.
Yeah,
so,
and it had all the service papers and stuff with it, which was good.
Yeah, got the manuals for
Very
all
nice.
the
Look at that
all the.
microwave.
There's a manual for every appliance in that thing.
Oh.
Yeah, the
today,
people who had it took good care of it, I think.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's 17 years old. So,
Mm-hmm.
but today I had
Is
the
it
refrigerator.
Really? 2005 is 17 years ago. Jesus.
Yeah, dude.
Christ. Oh my God! It doesn't seem that long ago.
Hey,
It's actually funny enough. It's the same layout as my van. It's because it's got these two.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks exactly the same.
Yeah, the bathroom is in the back.
Yep. And I thought
you
about
guys can
changing
see
all that, but we'll probably keep it the same.
Yeah. You know.
But
what
really,
you gotta do is put a pipe right in the driver's seat, so you just you never have to stop.
oh,
like
goes right to the black tank, brown tank, whatever it's called. Yeah, funnel.
Just put a toilet seat there instead of the driver's seat.
Like a race car driver.
Yeah, here's the back.
A peep tube and a poop tube, and it goes right into wherever it needs to go.
Yeah, there's a full shower in the back too. Check this out.
Yeah,
Look at that.
Look at that.
I'm
and a
gonna work on
skylight.
that.
You get your beautiful sunlight while you're
The
showering.
reason there's a skylight is because if you look at the video, the shower pan sits about 6 inches off the ground.
Yeah, I saw that. It's small.
My head is actually almost all the way up in there, and I gotta fix that because I can't see them ever selling that to a tall person at all. So
Yeah.
But today I had the refrigerator running today, and it cools.
Okay.
I had the air conditioner blowing cold.
Yep. Propane refrigerator?
I think so.
It'll do propane, land power, or battery power.
Wow, those are cool. I like that.
Yeah, but you know what? In the 20s, they don't
all
use
electric.
that too much.
Yeah.
The way to go is big ass batteries, big ass inverters, solar
lithium
panels
everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm keeping the generator. I ain't getting rid of the generator, and because it runs, and that's another backup kind of thing in my view. But I probably will be getting rid of the propane heater, the propane refrigerator, just to make things easier. So, but today I pulled off the cover where the battery lives at. Battery's in there, a 12-volt battery from 21.
Yeah.
Battery in the engine compartments from 21.
Oh, so that's all new stuff. That's good.
Yeah. Tires are good all the way around. Really good.
Nice.
The generator is propane, and that that might not be a bad thing to have run off of.
No.
That might be a cool thing.
I'm going to keep the propane, and then I'm going to put a propane outlet on the outside of the van.
You put
so if I want
just a quick connect to a grill or an Uni pizza oven.
There you go, man. There you go.
Yeah.
I was even talking to Will about putting a kegerator in that thing. But,
oh boy!
you roll into the park, man.
Hell of a little thing you got. I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely a project. We're going to use it until the plan is I'm going to gather everything I want inside of there and have it all pre-positioned, and then when it's time to do the upgrade, it doesn't take a long time or turn into a long time project.
Yeah.
So.
And we got it, so it's like I said, it's something that, it's a little complicated. It's not super complicated deal to make it happen, but the guys at Sunshine State RV helped us out because we're going to do videos of it and stuff like that. So I'm definitely going to do a series of videos, and I shot one that we're going to put out of Walter. Basically, Walter's funding the whole thing. So he paid for the van, he's going to pay for the stuff that goes in it, and he's going to do a lot of the work.
I'm gonna do all the work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I might help you
a
turn a wrench.
Okay. Yeah.
I've never.
You can
seen
come down and we'll make a
a
video
wrench.
turning a wrench someplace.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you gonna come help out with something on this, Babyface?
I don't know. If I see it up here, I maybe.
Well,
It's
The
in
only-
Tampa. Hmm.
yeah, it's in Safety Harbor.
Yes. Yeah.
The things I don't know, I mean, I can wire things, like put outlets in and do all that. But you got to, I'm going to do solar panels on the roof, so you got to have solar controllers and you got to tie them into everything, so you don't.
Yeah.
So it all works.
Well, that's
and
why.
doesn't
So
smoke.
that's why we know Rodell. I can't remember if Babyface met Rodell or not.
He fed me some delicious food.
Oh, okay, yes. So you did meet him.
You did
He smoked 2
Wait a
chickens
second.
off the side of his RV
Oh,
when
yeah.
we were there shooting.
Oh,
and
that's right.
The rice and beans he made were fantastic.
Yeah, he's a pretty good cook.
Oh, that man can cook. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my Filipino friends.
I
By the way,
It's funny,
shout
I was
out
like-
to the Filipino posse. There's a massive Filipino posse out there that watches this podcast, by the way. That listens
we were
to
sitting
watches
there,
mine.
and his wife we were eating while he was serving himself, and I was like, man, I was talking to his wife. I was like, man, this is so good. You did a really good job on the beans and the rice. And she was like, I didn't do anything. Rodell did everything.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, well, it's really good.
Yeah,
Well, she's got it good then, right?
yeah.
Hell yeah.
I've been to his house in Tallahassee and seen him roasting like 2 whole pigs. You would love it.
Good food. Good
Yeah,
food.
you probably would not leave that house.
No, keep eating.
Yeah, which obviously, of course, I don't eat pork and stuff like that, but yeah.
You're missing out on the best things in life. I don't understand.
Speaking of pork,
Pigs taste good.
Is that what you're eating, Walt? Yep. There you go.
Pigs are delicious.
I've had pork in my life. I just don't eat pork.
Hank
as a
the old
prep.
Jewish man.
Yeah, I don't eat.
The Hasidic Hank.
I don't eat pork as a prep. My dad used to be a 7-day Adventist. Walther Arms has been making concealed carry handguns for over 90 years, starting with the PPK. Today, Walther is based in the good old US of A and still builds quality firearms like the PPQ and PDP for personal defense and competition. So when you're in the market, please consider Walther Arms. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Walther Arms. All right, boom. I totally missed that. I didn't even see that. Didn't even see that happening.
It decided that you're wrong about pork. It just overlaid. Ready to go.
Yeah, you know what? I just grew up not eating pork because my dad was born and raised a 7-day Adventist.
well, they don't eat pork.
No. Listen, none of the 3 major religions, which are basically the branches of the same religion, Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, neither one of them is supposed to eat pork, including Christians.
Back in the day.
So
Well, I got news for you. The Jewish people over there in Israel eat it in mass quantity. They call it white meat. And I saw like a documentary movie about it, and they're like, oh yeah. No.
Oh, okay. Well, then they're not necessarily practicing.
Well,
that's
they're
yeah.
a hardcore.
they're not
religious people.
They're not like hardcore.
Orthodox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So I kind of just grew up like that, and then when we lived in Nigeria, for example, we lived in the Muslim part of Nigeria,
They don't eat pork.
No, Muslims
No,
don't eat
halal.
pork.
Halal is
That's
the word, right? Yeah, you can't eat pork.
Yeah. I think the word is haram. Pork is haram.
Haram?
Yeah,
You
whatever
sure about
they
that?
eat has to be halal. I could be wrong. Look it up. Google it on your super Google machine that you have. I think halal means what's the Jewish thing if it's
halal foods are lawful
Kosher.
and permitted to be eaten by those observing Islamic teachings.
yeah, so that's halal. Haram I think means not allowed.
Haram is forbidden.
Yes, forbidden. Yes. So I
So
mean
pork
I
is
actually
haram.
I went to Muslim schools and everything. I'm not Muslim,
'Cause when we get
yeah.
behind closed doors. And that's what happens in that part of the world, by the way.
Oh, for sure.
Let your hair hang down.
Oh, they do all kinds of stuff they're not supposed to do.
Oh, yes, they do.
Yeah. But for me,
My uncle has been in. Well, he's now in Papua New Guinea, contracting there, but he was contracting in Kuwait.
Mm-hmm.
The local Kuwaitis were more than happy to come up and share a couple drinks with an American because they can't. Americans, Westerners, are allowed to buy booze in Kuwait, You have to show that you're like a Westerner, you're not a Muslim, blah, blah, blah. But the local Muslims were more than happy to come up and be like, as long as I'm not on the street drinking, they can't catch me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, people break the rules.
Breaking the law.
Everything.
Yeah, breaking the law.
Yeah, pretty much break the rules and everything. Like when we lived in Nigeria,
good reference.
one of my friends,
song for everything.
my friends, their dad was Muslim, and he was part of like one of the dudes in OPEC, like some kind of OPEC minister. And yeah, he had a lot of money, but he would wreck. He would get drunk and wreck his car like maybe 2 times a year.
Yep, and they just leave him.
Yeah,
they just leave him out in the desert.
Yeah,
Kuwaitis do the same thing. That's from what I heard. Kuwaitis do the same thing. You'll just see them on the side of the nice cars too, Mercedes, stuff like that. Just side of the road. Wreck that one. Time to get a new one.
Yeah, but you know what? I've avoided pork because I think pork is just not necessarily very healthy kind of thing. It's high sodium and all that kind of stuff. So my kids eat pork.
You think pigs bathe in salt?
It's high sodium. Pork is not good for you. Pork is not good for you. It's not good for you. As you know,
way worse.
You know more than anyone else, Babyface.
Red meat is way worse for you. It's way harder in your system than pork is. Pork is way easier on your system.
No.
It says next topic here. What's next topic after pork?
Beef is way better. Beef is way.
It tastes better, but it's way harder in your system.
I'll eat beef all day, and fish. I like fish.
We know.
Beef. It's what's for dinner.
Yeah. By the way,
we had steaks for my birthday a 2 weeks ago, a week ago. And we had some filet mignons.
By the way, I always tell people I live in farm country. This is right behind the berm.
Much do.
And so the other day we were out there, Babyface. We were actually, I think, what was Walter shooting? I can't even remember.
I had
hopefully not the cows.
Oh no!
I brought a 12-inch 50 cal out at test fire.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So. Yeah. So and there was a bunch of cows out there. And I was like, Walt, we need to walk closer to the berm. I don't want to drop one of these cows.
Good Lord. What do you think a cow costs?
Oh,
like, if you were to kill somebody's cow, obviously they just want the money. They're not going to, like...
It's going to be a couple of grand a head, I would say, right?
You think it's that much?
Now,
yeah.
It's expensive as a month.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, we don't want to go killing cows.
Who knows what a cow... Because a cow's expensive. Like a fully grown cow like those...
Those cattle are beef cattle, so that's not like
so even more expensive.
Yeah, those are expensive. Those are the expensive cows.
Those were nice looking cattle, man. Those were some. They have a whole field. Patrick, I don't know if you've been over there lately. That whole field behind there is coming up green everywhere, like they put down.
So they're going to start running cattle back there.
Yeah.
Oh, freaking! It's like.
Look at that! This was a beautiful day in America. Look at that!
Wow! That for anybody watching or listening. Well, if you're listening, you can't see it. It's a big open field. For anybody watching, that used to be a tree farm. It used to be
that used to be the 1,000-acre wood there.
Yeah,
that's all it was.
You look down it was creepy looking. You look down the row of trees, it looked like it was from a movie or something.
Yeah, I loved it. It was awesome. Yeah, I actually know the dude who owns that property back there. 42 Chilled says five grand at least. If I could ever buy that 1,000 acres back there, I'm buying it.
And putting cattle, you got to run some cattle on it. Or, you know what I hear the way to do it is you own the property and then you lease the property out per head to cattle people. And we know somebody up in Tennessee that has 15 acres, something like that. And he has leased out 5 or 10 acres to cattle ranchers. Basically, they do everything. They maintain the fences, they maintain the cattle, they do all of it, and he just gets paid per head when they sell. And
in Florida, you know what the best part is? You hardly pay any taxes when it's agricultural.
Oh, for the
Greenbelt property.
That's why when you see a big open things, a lot of times the cattle on there they lease that so they can just graze their cattle on it, and the owner's like getting a huge ass discount.
Hell of a discount on Greenbelt.
Yeah. Hold on. So there's a couple of things coming in here. Brian Quick says apparently a whistleblower released a video showing plastics being rendered down and fed to pigs. Yes, plastic bottles, etc., being broken down into tiny bits. I'm thinking Hank might be right about pig. Then he also said sodium nitrates are not good. No, pork is a very unhealthy creature. You know, it's not a good thing.
It's not.
You don't have to. You
completely
don't have to
wrong.
believe me.
Do
It's
not
not. It's not
spread
healthy. It's
Mr.
not.
Misinformation over here. It's not. It's more
It's
healthy
not.
than beef is.
Pork is not
How
a
is it
healthy.
high? The only way it can be high in sodium if it's processed with sodium. It's
If
not
you
high in
process
sodium.
it, put sodium in
Listen.
it. Do you think they roll them in salt?
There's lots of different things. Do you know what's one of the reasons why, like, even the
Crackling.
religions? Do you know why the religions didn't like the idea of the major religions didn't like the idea of using pigs? Do you
Because
know why?
pigs were fucking dirty
hoof
back
thing.
in 4,000 years ago. Yeah, hoof and mouth. They were nasty back then.
And pigs are very smart, but they will eat anything.
Pigs are super smart.
But
Oh,
do you
they
know-
will eat people.
Yeah, but you know, so one of the reasons, it's a religious reason, they used, pork was commonly used for exorcisms. Because you'd have to, if you exorcise a demon out of someone, you have to, like, the demon has to find another home. Has
Oh,
to
you
go
put it
from
in
one.
the pig.
Yeah, I don't know how
can't
much
eat
you know.
that pig because-
I don't know how much you know about the occult, but I do have.
Listen,
I do have a working knowledge.
I say, bring that demon to me. I will take care of him. Bring him on.
Night Train says trichnosis. 42 Chilled says ham is cured with salt. Yeah. By the way, if I do this, do I get muted? Hold on a second. If I do this, do I get muted? Because I gotta blow my nose.
Blow
Yes.
it, man. I don't
Yeah,
care
you're
what you
muted
do.
right
You're
now. So
good,
while
man.
Hank's muted, pigs are not inherently more unhealthy than beef.
Modern pork production, first they don't suffer from the trichinosis thing. That's and the trichinosis thing, you have to cook the meat enough to kill the blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So
They actually the pork groups recently said you can cook down to 135 now and not have to worry about any diseases. You don't have to. People didn't like pork for a long time because back in the 70s and 80s, they told you to cook it to like 155 or something, which made it like dry and tough. Pork is delicious. Bacon, pork rinds, crackling. Oh, crackling is. Oh.
I'm going to maintain. I think I would like everyone to put your opinions up there in this thing, but I'm going to maintain that pork is not a good creature for human beings to be consuming. I'm going to maintain.
They're smart. I felt bad. I ate octopus the other day, and I felt kind of bad because they're also like super super smart. If anybody's not aware, octopi can they're like birds or dolphins. They can recognize faces. They know who you are. They can communicate. Yeah. I mean,
and we eat dolphins too. I mean, let's be honest.
Probably do.
Well, the dolphin you eat is not the dolphin like Flipper.
Yeah.
That's not the same. Anyways, I had some I had some calamari over the weekend, by the way. So
squid, on the other hand, is delicious.
Poke is no good for you. It's just no good for you.
Bacon.
You got to watch what you poke.
Yeah. A deep Southern breakfast is the best breakfast in the world. You fight those of them is fighting. I will fight you over that.
For example, my kids eat pork, and I'm pretty sure that's what's wrong with them.
That's what's
pretty
wrong
sure.
with them.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm pretty sure that's what. Like my boys eat pork. They don't.
Bacon
They don't
eggs,
care that I don't eat it.
Sausage.
So listen, we're supposed to be. I don't know how we got on that.
We don't need to follow the rules. It's Monday. We can do whatever we want today.
Cruise Man says a cow is either $700 to $2,000. I know where I live, you can actually sponsor a cow. Like we could all get together and sponsor a cow.
Yeah, and you get like the percentage
of
meat that you sponsored, right?
Yeah.
I would totally be.
We should do that.
I'm not
one
even
day.
kidding. I absolutely would be in on that.
Yeah.
What's it? A couple $100 to sponsor it.
Do you have an extra freezer? I know Walt has an extra freezer. Do you have?
We can get an extra freezer. I would for that. I would go buy an extra freezer.
Yeah, I have like a whole separate freezer. We should do that. So there you go. Jade Grew says I eat cow, pig, and deer every chance I get. I like deer meat. I'm cool with that.
I've never had good deer. I had a deer burger one time, and it just didn't do it for me. It was ground deer.
They usually mix it with pork.
Yeah. Well, see, that's why. That's why I didn't say good. You have bad history. I know you're Cuban or whatever, but
pork, man.
I don't think pork sits well with you. Like I know people who eat. So I know some people who would eat pork. You know, like how people can't eat shellfish stuff.
Yeah, they get sick from eating pork.
I know people who like. I had a friend who he would eat pork and his feet would swell up.
What?
Well, that must. He probably that was probably from the sodium that the chemicals that we used to do the pork.
Bacon or something.
Yeah. Well. Look. pigs are just no good. Plus, they cast the demons in there. You know, you don't want none of that.
Could you imagine being a demon, living real nice in a human, and then all of a sudden you get yanked out that human's butt and shoved into a pig?
I know some human beings who I'm pretty sure that have some. I don't know whether or not you guys believe in that, but I'll tell you right now. You can think whatever you want. I believe there's.
I don't.
I believe there's demons out there.
Or any of that.
I believe it. I've seen some crazy things in my life.
Yep, I'm not about it.
And I'm telling you, I know some people that are definitely possessed. So.
Are we talking about bad juju, Juana?
Oh yeah, I mean,
yes.
well, juju is a for real thing, man. I lived in Africa. Juju is a real thing. I mean, that's
hell yeah.
There's no doubt about that. But and I've seen ghosts and stuff like that in my life too. So yeah, I've seen a ghost.
What?
Yeah, you never saw a ghost, Babyface? You never saw a ghost?
I think my parents' house is haunted. No, I'm serious.
Oh really? Oh okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I used to hear like footsteps at night when I was a kid. No, I really think that because my parents' house is split. Well, the old part of the house is where my bedroom was. I got to try to get this to focus on me. And then there was an addition that was added to the back end. Come on, focus. And the camera's haunted. No, I swear that my parents' house is haunted. Totally.
Yeah. Are we gonna have to call George Norrie?
Is it is your parents' house like an old Tampa house? Or did you ever look up the history of it?
It's a block house from like the 50s or 60s, so it's pretty old. Why are you not focused?
I lived in an old Tampa house from the 20s, and the woman used to died in the living room.
Mm.
Yeah, so, that's haunted.
Did it feel creepy, Walt? Don't lie to us. Did it feel creepy?
No, man. That's what we had Christmas every year. It was jolly. Holly jolly Christmas. You know.
So I remember
it haunted my camera. I don't understand. What is it doing?
I remember when we were living in Nigeria. So first of all, I've been in places that were really spooky and creepy. I mean, England has a lot of places like that, and we lived there. But in Nigeria, there was. I remember there was this family, like the whole family got slaughtered or something like that before we moved into this place where we lived. And my dad was a professor for the University of Kaduna Polytechnic is what it was. So it was like a big campus, and we lived on there. And they had old like bungalow houses like you would see here in Florida. And I remember one night there was just like we were like me and my brothers all slept in the same room. And there was just like this real spooky, heavy feeling. And I remember I thought it was my mother, because something came in the room that was glowing and was standing over each of the beds. And like came and like stood over my bed. And I thought it was my mom, because whoever it was had on like a polka dot dress. And it was just all the polka dots were glowing white. And it scared the shit out of me. I thought I was dreaming. So in the morning, I asked my brother, like, hey, you know, was I dreaming today? And my brothers were like, oh yeah, we saw that. And so I thought, yeah, exactly. So then we asked my mom if she came in there. She was like, no, I never came in there. So I'm telling you, that was no. My mom never came in our room unless beatings were getting handed out.
Okay.
So there was no beatings that got. Whatever this was like hovering over us and looking at us. You know, and so yeah, my mom was not down with that.
I ain't about that. I think that stuff's real. I ain't about it. No,
yeah, I'm telling you, go.
You want to hear my? I have 2 or 3 really good ghost stories.
Okay.
So
Walter is a non-believer, by the way.
Walter is a non-believer.
I said we got to call George Norrie and get him here quick.
So when I was real little. When I was between 5 and 10, 12, something like that. I remember closing my door at night, and I would hear footsteps coming down the hallway to that. And remind you, this is the old section of the house, not the new addition. I would hear footsteps coming down the hallway to the door, and I always thought, like, for a long time, I mean, this happened for a long, long time as a kid. I always thought it was my dad, like, sneaking up, checking to make sure I was going to bed. So one night I was like, I'm going to catch him and yell at, I was like an 8-year-old or 10-year-old. I'm like, I'm going to catch him and tell him that he needs to cut it out. You know, don't be stalking me. So I waited for the footsteps to come up to the door, and I stood by the door, threw the door open. Nobody was there. And I'm not even kidding. 100% nobody there.
So you heard like thuds of footsteps, or you heard the
like
boards
thunk,
creaking?
thunk, walking up to the door. What was the other one? Other one. This is post-college. I was still living at home. I was like 18. And my mother has this thing that she would do that I'm sure everybody that my age could relate to. That's annoying. They call your name and don't actually say anything afterwards. That's what my mom loves to do. The other thing she would do is if I was at home taking a shower or something, she would knock on the door. And she did this when I was a kid. It drove me nuts. Knock on the door and then not say anything and just walk away. And I was always like, what do you want? What do you want? Why are you doing this? So I...
Because you were taking too damn in that shower. You
too damn long in the shower.
Handling the business in the shower, burning up all the hot water.
Came home from work. I was working at Busch Gardens at the time. Came home from work, took a shower. It was an early day, so I think I got home at like 4 something. I'm in the middle of the shower. I hear the knock on the door, and I'm like, what? What do you want? No answer. And I ask her again. I'm like, what do you want? No answer. So I had assumed that she had come home. I get out of the shower, I dress and everything. Look around the house to see what she had wanted. Maybe she was asking, what do you want for dinner? Figuring out. Look around the house and she's not home. So I call her and I was like, did you come home and knock on the door and need something from me? And she's like, no, I'm still at work. I haven't left work yet. It was like 5 o'clock. And I mean, it was not like I got a minute. It was not like a gentle rapping. It was like on the door. I'm not kidding. Scary. It was the freakiest shit ever. And this all happens in the front of the house where the old section of houses.
Yeah, you know what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to burn some incense.
I needed to sage the
you're supposed to burn some incense up in there. That's what my mom would do.
Yeah, hell yeah!
You're supposed to burn some incense and say some prayers,
Yeah,
pray it up in there.
Hang on a second. That's what Well, anyways, never mind. I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say it.
Cryptids are real too, by the way.
Yeah.
For anybody that's unaware, the Army. I sent this to Hank earlier. Army found a giant in Kandahar Valley in Afghanistan.
Oh, gosh,
they went and killed him and brought him back.
Yeah, listen. We are about to take a break.
Oh, wait, we got 12 seconds. No, you got to show that picture.
Yeah, let me see. I'll find it. We're going to... Let us know right now if you guys believe in ghosts.
George Norrie, where are you? George Norrie, you need to be here. Come on.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Barnauls Ammo. Barnauls has a wide range of reliable, quality steel case ammo for small game, large game, target shooting, and self-defense. They've got the classics like 7.62 and 5.45, as well as 9mm all the way up to 308. Subsonic as well. So when you're in the market, please consider Barnauls Ammo. All right.
I've never listened. We got a guest in. Okay. I've never listened to Coast AM, but I hear that it's awesome. I've heard it's really cool to listen to.
Yeah,
that's all like the sci-fi stuff,
UFO stuff. And...
Yeah, let me try to show this thing that Babyface is talking about since we got it.
There it is. Look at him.
The giant of Kandahar.
Yep.
Right,
yep. This is
Is this a photo? I don't think so.
No, it's an artist rendition of what happened when they found the giant of Kandahar.
Okay. Right.
Totally real, by the way. All factually not debunked. It's real. Everybody knows it.
Yeah.
The government's just hiding the giant from Kandahar.
That kind of stuff I gotta actually see. But I think it's possible. It is possible to have some massive creatures out there. Like I remember going to this museum in where was that place that we went to where the silver dollar city is? I remember we went out to this museum. We saw like giant sloths and stuff like that in Missouri.
Those things, old prehistoric sloths, get the size of a house.
There were sloths the size of bears, and they were bears the size of a house.
Mm-hmm.
Back in those days. Yeah. So American Bulldog says Nephilim. So I don't know.
Nephilim, yeah. That's the what is it? That combination of angels and humans making massive giant people. Like that's the lore behind Nephilim.
Yeah, I mean, there are giant people. Like remember Jaws? Remember that dude Jaws from the James Bond movies or Andre the Giant?
See, part of what I was thinking was, what if they literally, I mean, it's backcountry Kandahar, Afghanistan. There's nothing out there. What if it was a guy that was just born with like gigantism? He's like 7'2" and maybe a little mentally deficient, living in a cave, and the military shows up and goes, "You got to come with us." I would jump.
Why they even messing with that dude? What did he do?
I know.
You know, I mean, what did the dude do? You know, if he's not part of ISIS or something like that, I mean,
he was just living his giant life out there.
Yeah. So
living large, as they say.
Yeah.
Quite literally.
Yeah. So listen, we are. I mean, I don't know how we didn't even talk about the news about like Russia, you know, and the Ukraine. I think we're like right on the edge of invasion right now.
Rumor I have heard is tomorrow is the day. There's some significance to February 22nd for Russia. And the guys that I know, the people on the ground.
Tomorrow's the 22nd. Oh, okay.
Let's say that tomorrow's the day.
Yeah. Why is so? What? So the 22nd has special powers?
Look back.
Something about.
Probably look back through Russian war history, and there's something to do with that, with the great struggle, or the great, something maybe in World War II. I don't know for sure. It seems like February for the Americans, a lot of Pacific action took, like Guadalcanal or Iwo Jima. That was going on in this time of the year.
Oh, the February Revolution happened in 1917. That's when they overthrew the bourgeoisie.
Oh, is that when they killed? Yeah, when they
Soviet Russia took over in 1917.
Ooh, okay.
Because Putin has a Stalin thing.
He does. He really wants to have Soviet Union 2.0. Like, he is excited about that.
I don't think that the Ukrainian folks are just going to roll over and play dead.
I hope
you're going to take a few thousand Russians with them if they do.
Yeah, but Russia, I mean, we could joke around about a lot of different countries and all of that, but Russia.
I feel for those people.
I'm going to take Russia seriously.
Nobody is coming to Ukrainian aid. I really don't think so. I don't think anybody is coming to help Ukraine. They are on their own, which is shitty, but I really, truly believe that they are completely on their own right now.
I guess you got to just shoot everything you see.
Anything that moves, you shoot it, especially if it's got...
I don't care if it's what it is. You put a bullet in it.
Have you seen... interesting...
or you wound it. The best thing you can do is wound tens of thousands of them. Once you wound tens of thousands, then they can't take care of them and the whole system collapses. But go ahead.
Yeah, if they run an insurgency, they could do a lot of damage. I mean,
I was going to say...
America's been there, Russia's been there.
They don't have the... what you're saying, Walter, they don't have the ability to handle something on that scale. I don't think they have the
Russians have some really cool weapons, but they don't
broke, aren't they?
And see what's happening. When oil prices got really low, the Russians suffer because they depend on oil for their money. So of course Biden gets in, and what happens? The oil prices go crazy.
Oil prices go up, and they have no problem with the Nord Stream 2 or whatever.
They have lots of money. Why do you think they got into Syria to keep muscle?
And they, so nobody wanted to talk about it, but us doing our best or whatever to keep that pipeline that runs through Crimea from happening, kept them from having tons of money, one, and it kept them from having the boot on Europeans' necks. How many of countries near Germany are now depending on that oil, so they can't screw with Russia, and Russia knows that.
And natural gas.
And
so
and when the people get a little restless, a good war is always.
And in our country here, the first time anybody sneezes, the nervous nillies, everything goes up in price. Everything. You think gas is expensive now? Wait till the Russians attack. Watch what happens to gas prices. It'll double. It might double in a day.
Inflation will go up too, and we're not. I don't see us helping at all. I don't know about you guys, but I don't see the Americans doing anything.
We don't need to be there. So,
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty
agree,
sure America's gonna stay really wide of that whole situation.
It doesn't matter who's president. I wouldn't think you don't need not physically. I mean, if you want to give them stuff, great, but not.
Yeah, but there's the whole European continent that could do something about that.
That gives no
Europeans
shits about Ukraine.
Europeans are useless. It's on a
They don't give a rat's hairy ass about Ukraine.
Then the people of the Ukraine gotta
Germany. Did you see Germany blocked howitzers being shipped to Ukraine? Did you guys see any of that? This is about a month ago.
I don't doubt it.
What was it? It was one of the Eastern European countries, and I don't remember which one it was, had bought howitzers from Germany, and they were sitting in a depot like an army depot in Germany that hadn't been used yet. And they said, well, we're going to send them over to Ukraine. And Germany said, no, you're not going to do that. And they're like, this is our property. We're sending this to Ukraine. And they said, we're not giving you export licenses. You're not sending that shit anywhere.
Yeah, they're scared that they're going to be on the Russians' bad side. That's what they're scared about.
Fucking pussies. The Germans are afraid of. I'm sorry, anybody that has German ancestry out there. Germans, they are scared of their own shadow. They are terrified of anybody in the world coming down and being like, 1940s happened. Oh, you should watch out. You're looking a lot like. They are terrified of that.
Well.
It is what it is. I hate to say it. It is what it is, and it's gonna suck for people over there. Hopefully, Americans get out of there.
It's gonna suck for a lot of Russian soldiers too.
Yeah,
for a lot of Russian soldiers.
Yeah.
I hope the Ukrainians learned something from the two massive conflicts in Afghanistan, because you always hear those people that are like, oh, what are you going to do against the U.S. government? What are you going to do against a massive government? It's like, fucking goat fuckers were able to keep us at bay. I mean, if the Ukrainians learned anything, a guerrilla war is going to be their best bet, because they just can't.
In the world we live in the world we live in, that's just what it is now. I don't know like where Russia is technology wise with their military.
They're close,
but
they're not.
They have a lot of cool weapons and a lot of cool weapon systems, but they don't have that. They don't have the. In my opinion, I don't think I've never seen it before. They don't have that logistics base, and they don't have that to keep it going.
The organization, comms, and all that. Yeah.
It almost feels half-assed. It feels like if they have the potential to make it all work, but they just can't quite make it all work. You know what I mean?
I think we're going to see enough, though, to get NATO and all these places to make concessions to Russia, and then they'll chill. Probably. There's probably stuff that Putin wants, and when they give him that,
he wants the breadbasket of former breadbasket of Soviet Union. That's what he wants.
Absolutely. The rumor that's going around is this first push that they're going to do is going to be, so they're going to take Donbass or whatever it's called. Basically, there's a major river that runs north to south through, and Kiev is just on the other side of it, I believe. The rumor is that they're going to push all the way in, and once they get to that river, the Western world is going to stand up and look strong and say, don't you go past that river, and then Putin will go, okay, we won't go past that river. And then basically they're just given half of Ukraine for free. That's what the consensus seems to be. And then everybody looks good because, we stopped them from taking all of Ukraine. Well, they were never going to take all of Ukraine anyways. They were going to stop at that river. And then 10 years from now, when we have another another pussy Democrat in, they will go, we'll take the rest of it,
And Putin will still be, I'm going to show you how to do it.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
I'm going to jump up on the bear and ride it baked butt naked this time.
Listen, I was watching.
If he's not in charge, you'll just have a puppet in charge.
I was watching. I was watching Biden in that press conference he did. Oh my God, that dude is pitiful.
It's embarrassing, isn't it?
What the hell is happening? What is happening?
It's embarrassing.
Yeah. So, I think at the end here, everyone's just going to capitulate to Putin. He's going to get what he wants. It's the way how you do things nowadays.
Nobody really wants war.
Yeah.
And Putin knows that. Nobody wants to go back to war.
Well, the world economy right now can't take it. All this fake stuff that they're doing, printing money, etc., can't actually handle.
I hate to say it, but notice that none of this happened under Trump's administration.
Imagine that. No, really.
Putin did
This
not
is why
fuck
you
with
need
the rest of the world.
This is why you need a cowboy. This is why you need someone who cray.
I hate to say it, but a loose cannon kept Putin from screwing around.
Yeah. This is why you need. Look, it's like in the hood. I remember every time I like. So if I went somewhere hood with Lola and the kids when they were little babies in New York, and like it was a little dangerous, I get loud.
Oh yeah, because nobody wants to screw with that crazy guy.
Yeah. So the thing is that we need that. We need that in America to keep people on the edge where they don't actually know what's going to happen.
It's crazy because I am not one that enjoys war. I also am not one that wants us to be up everybody's asshole 24/7. Like we should not be the police of the world.
We can't save everyone. We could barely save ourselves at this point.
But nobody, none of the other world powers are doing fuck all about any of it.
I don't think it matters. I really don't think it matters the way. It's weird how everyone's playing this game. Just think about the fact that world leaders were willing to shut down everything over some BS that they can't
over
do
a cold
about.
virus. Over a cold virus.
We have, if you want to look at it, we have gone from 2 weeks to flatten the curve to let me trample you with a horse and beat you for putting a truck in the wrong place.
Yeah. Look at what's happening in Canada right now, man.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you know that they went and shut down people's froze people's bank accounts that gave money to the truckers? Do you know that? Canada? Yep. The banks have given up people's info.
It's because he's feeling the his actual father's blood pump through him, which is Castro in Cuba, if anybody's not aware.
Yeah,
I believe it. I look at the two next to each other and tell me he's not Castro's kid.
Oh, Mama didn't get banged by Castro.
Oh, if you look at the two of them, when he was conceived,
do I have to pull this
Cuba,
up now?
By the way,
what is this guy's name again? Trudeau.
Justin
Castro.
Trudeau.
Yeah,
Castro.
Trudeau,
Look that up. When he was conceived, his mom was actually visiting Cuba. Supposedly. No, hell yeah, he's Fidel Castro's kid. No,
yeah, that's
no
like
doubt
the second. That's like the second thing when you
that comes up because it's so
suggestion.
True. Look at young Castro versus him.
Yeah, the smile's the same.
He doesn't look anything like his natural dad. He looks like Castro.
Yeah, you know what? I can't argue with that one.
I don't believe in all conspiracy theories. I do believe that there's a giant living in Kandahar that was taken by the military. Ghosts exist, and Trudeau is Castro's kid.
And pork is no good for you.
Pork is delicious.
Once again,
it could be delicious. It could be delicious. That has nothing to do with it.
It is
delicious.
Great.
I say it's
delicious.
Great for you.
So speaking of Trump's what is the thing?
Oh, did you guys download the app today?
I downloaded it, but I couldn't get signed up. It was too difficult. Did you get signed
number
up?
273,000 in line to get signed up.
I
got my account.
Truth Social.
Truth Social. It's the new Twitter that Trump is running.
Yeah, many waitlisted. Trump's Truth Social tops downloads on Apple Store. Many waitlisted.
I can't believe that Apple allowed it to become number one on their platform. It is currently number one on the App Store.
Yeah.
And so the people are diehard for him.
Or people want to. People also, I think that's true. I think that's true. But I think people want an alternative. I know I tried.
Yeah.
Like I got to the point where they send you the email verification and you're supposed to click on it. I didn't get past that.
That's where I'm at too.
Yeah. Although I heard that they've got rules on there that you can't talk bad about Trump, otherwise they could kick you off.
I got email notification. I signed up, and then right after that, they tell you put in a password and a username, and then you get waitlisted. That's where I'm at the waitlisting part.
Oh, I didn't get that far. Okay.
I will. I don't use Twitter. I think Twitter is garbage to begin with, but I will still take my name just to make sure nobody else does.
Right. Yeah, listen, we might as well see if we can get something to work there, to kick off. Okay,
We'll
Walter
see.
looks like he's ready to talk about Gorn. Let's, what you got there,
Well,
Walt? What's that gun? Let's see it. What do you
That
got?
is a beautiful Glock 17 P80.
speaking of alternatives,
Hell yeah.
this is a polymer 80 that I and someone else helped me put together.
Very nice.
Alternatives. Oh, that's what I wanted to mention. The Glock barrels are up on our website now. If you guys want a good deal to replace the Glock barrel, we have these. They're threaded. We have 17, 19 plain and threaded. We have 22 and 23 conversion barrels. Check them out.
Those are hotcakes right now. People like those.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get Lolo to
future,
put that up in an email blast or something.
In the near future, we're probably going to have parts sets for inside of here. That sounds good there.
That's where the money is.
I say that will make some money.
I think so.
Yeah, so go to Safety Harbor Firearms like we're doing right now. Where is it? Under accessories?
I guess. I haven't been there myself. I couldn't tell you.
Oh.
Oh, no. We're not going to find them now.
We'll put it up. I
don't know. I don't
I'm living the van life, man.
I don't see it here under accessories.
Walter,
my Lord.
Over van life real fast.
On Sten parts. See if they're on Sten parts.
Let's see what's on sale here. No, it's
not
definitely not
parts.
in
They got to
there.
be on Safety Harbor Firearms.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check Stem parts also.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I honestly, he put them up, but I haven't been over there. We've sold a few already, so.
You need to update. Will needs to go in and update his HTTPS certificate, by the way.
Okay. All right.
You guys are running an insecure certificate, but I'm looking to see barrels.
I think you guys need to redo the all your websites.
Ooh,
I suggest
those are very nicely priced, by the way.
Is it on Stem Parts? Did you find it on Stem Parts?
Yeah, they're on Stem Parts. They need to go on.
Where is it? Like on the bottom or?
I clicked on barrels at the top. Go up to the top. Click on barrel. Do the two. Are you kidding me? You have a double hamburger menu? That's not a thing.
Oh, what?
Will needs to get his act together. A hamburger menu is supposed to have 3 lines.
Listen, you guys. Listen, I'm just gonna say this right now. 2A Commerce. That's who did our new website. You need to call them up. They can take care of you guys.
But that. Okay. Anyways,
just call them up. They're good. They're good
money
people.
Is the name of that.
Well, yeah. I mean, I know a lot of money is going
whenever
into
you start doing that stuff, it requires a lot of time.
Yeah, but they can do a lot of stuff for you. They
can't just hand it to somebody and say do it, and then you'll get it and you'll go, oh fuck, what the hell? But because one person's idea is good, and the other person's like, oh shit.
Yeah, but it's up there if you want to go to this old school website and check it out there.
All I have to say to you is, I can make just as much money on that old school website.
Oh, hey, I'm not knocking it.
Anything else, trust me.
With Arms List, you can shop the extensive list of local and nationwide firearms classified, now with more confidence because of their built-in firewall. For only $6.99 a month for personal use, or $30 a month for business vendors. So when you're in the market, please consider Arms List. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Arms List. Yeah, shout out to the whole crew from Arms List. I saw they got some negative press out there, man. People are still trying to shut down Arms List, especially
all
since
they do is get negative press.
Yeah, especially since like that whole thing happened with Remington settling with these guys, which I think Noir had a good video on this. I don't know if you guys saw.
Turns out it wasn't Remington themselves; it was the insurance company that decided to, right?
Yeah.
Shameful.
Basically,
shameful. They should have never capitulated to them.
Yeah, but I think NSSF, from what Noir said, NSSF put out a statement saying that basically that's like the trust that was created with all these bankruptcies that happened. And, I mean, they made the settlement because that's what's in there. They can't get any more than that. Still not a good thing.
No. Yeah, because like I said, when Remington was broken up, or the Freedom Group broke up, or whatever it broke up,
Mhm.
Would you buy a company that had a loss? Like, you're going to throw 20,
Active.
$30 million away right
Not
now?
if I'm going to absorb that. No,
No.
not if I'm going to
You
absorb
don't
that.
absorb
No.
shit. You're not going to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
So that was figured out ahead of time that they were going to do this, so
Mhm.
they could
Probably.
do that, break it up, and sell it all. And
Mhm.
because look, we know people that bought all that stuff. They wouldn't get into that shit. They don't want that right off the bat. You're not making any money when you got to hand out $30 million right from the start. I know
Right.
everybody's rich and everybody's overflowing with cash, but people are in business are basically cheap. That's how they make money.
Yeah,
So
you know what? From that Noir video, what I thought was interesting, he said that the firearms industry doesn't have as much money as people think. Which I kind of would agree with that. There's a lot of money in it. Like to us individually, it'll probably be a lot of money. But they
I
could.
could see there being a lot of debt as well.
Yeah, but also they could get put out of business if all these lawyers out there are going to start coming after them for every little thing that happens. But then I think people in America should start suing every company. If anything that happens, if you eat
do.
McDonald's every day and then you get fat and get diabetes, sue the shit out of McDonald's.
That's
all.
already been tried.
They should be able to do it though.
It's the woman won.
And
for
I'm
the
being
too hot
facetious.
coffee.
I don't really believe that
The woman that spilled coffee on her groin, she won her lawsuit, by the way, back in the 90s, I think. You remember that?
Yeah.
Well, that's
She
because
spilled
they just
McDonald's
decide
coffee
they're
in
not
her
going to
lap.
fight it anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically is what it comes down to. Yeah.
Yeah, but this
And-
this is very similar to, you drink sodas all the time and you get fat and you die, and then your family goes, well, I'm going to blame the sodas because they did all this sexy, exciting Coca-Cola commercials.
Marketing.
Yeah. And that's the reason why you drank all this Coca-Cola and then died consequently, because you're basic. Have people ever seen what Coca-Cola could do? If you
You can clean your drains with it.
Mhm.
You can clean engine compartments with it. That stuff is toxic. It tastes
Yeah.
great though. I'm not going to complain because it tastes great.
right. So
I love Coke.
But can you sue them for that? You shouldn't be able to. You shouldn't. Now, can you sue firearms manufacturers if they deliberately build something where they know it's defective and people get hurt? Of course.
That's different. That's different than that's different.
Yeah. So, Jay Grew says, I saw the pics of that woman's burns, 2nd and 3rd degree burns. Oh my God. I don't want. Imagine like hot coffee falling on your dingus. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, no, your dingus would peel, and no, thank you.
Yeah, that's savage.
But also, don't put hot coffee in your lap while you're driving a car.
I don't know what to say about that.
who am I to judge?
Yeah.
What you do with your? Who am I to judge what you do with your dingus? Right.
Well,
Right.
no one
right,
wants
right?
no one wants
Hoo-ha.
anything happening to their dingus.
Men
is what
have
I'm saying.
dinguses, women have hoo-has, okay?
Yeah. You don't want anything happening
Okay.
to your hoo-ha either out there.
Yeah,
if
no, we
you're-
can't have nothing happen to hoo-ha.
That's
Nope.
like
JJ
let anything
out.
happen to any other part of my body, not my dingus.
I could lose a leg, I could lose a toe, I could lose some fingers, but my dingus, no thank you. No, I'd like to keep that.
Yeah, I mean, I want to be
Yes.
able to rub one out in my last seconds of life.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus.
Why are you looking at me like I'm crazy, Walt? That's a survival instinct. You about to die. You need to get one in. If you're a dude, I mean.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yank the crank, so to speak.
Yeah, that's just survival, man. That's how we procreate. That's how we move humanity forward.
I reckon. I hear you.
I reckon.
I reckon.
American Bulldog wants to know who makes the barrels.
A
Bear
large
Creek
company?
Arsenal.
Who?
Bear Creek Arsenal.
Oh, Bear Creek. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Bear
I
Creek is
use.
cool.
Matter of fact, most of the barrels I got in all me do-it-myself guns are all Bear Creek ones. I've had no problems with them. So,
Yeah.
I mean, the
don't know
Glock barrels
how-
are like Glock uppers. You can spend $149, $129, get a Glock upper. It works fine. You could spend $500 effing dollars for all your machining and your fancy coloring and all this stuff. It goes bang the same way, folks. It
Yeah.
don't-
So looking at the price, you still have to make money, and Bear Creek has to make money,
Yeah.
I don't know how they can be making a profit on those things. It doesn't seem worth it.
I'm not questioning how they do it. All I know is how I do it. And,
yeah, I guess so.
And I'm not making a killing off them. I'm still selling them cheaper than most other people sell them cheap.
Yeah,
So,
I always think that moving inventory is better than charging too much.
And by the way, I'm not making any money from them either. I'm not making any money.
I don't know why you would.
Although, Walt does support the podcast. He does support the podcast.
Speaking of Bear Creek Arsenal, they were selling complete side charging AR-15s for $350.
That's not bad.
Wait, complete guns?
Complete rifles.
Holy shit!
For how much?
$350. $350.
Ooh, nice.
And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. I mean, this is a side charging Bear Creek upper right here. I put the upper together, but this is a side charging upper receiver. This thing shoots just as good as any other. I don't know how much money you want to spend and how much you want to throw away, but for the average guy that goes out and then makes holes and things.
The average guy that puts less than 100 rounds a year through their pistol, yes, it'll work perfect.
Yeah.
Or 100 rounds through their rifle.
Or 100 rounds through a rifle, it will work perfectly fine.
Boss Hog, shout out to Boss Hog. He says, can that Glock 23 conversion be put in a G26?
That I don't know.
I don't know.
I'd have to look.
It's probably a video.
Are you nodding yes?
It should. It should because it will stick out really far. But the 26 and 19 are the same dimensions internally. The 17 is different internally.
Okay.
So it should work. It's just you're gonna have a big old dingus sticking out the end of it. So be careful with your dinguses out there.
Yeah. Let's see. 42 Chilled says Protection of Lawful Commerce in Arms Act, or PLACA. I don't think that the trust or the insurance companies really wanted to fight it, because they probably could have fought it. You guys should look at the video that Noir did. I mean, I got no horse in that race or anything like that. I mean, I just thought it was a good video.
You may not directly have a horse in that race, but it's bad for all of us. Because that's a whole give a mouse a cookie scenario. It's bad for the entire industry.
I was talking about sharing Noir's video.
I thought you meant
but yeah, in the overall firearms industry, yes, you're absolutely right.
Yeah,
it's a threat.
It gives the leeches ideas.
Yeah,
exactly.
They'll take shots. They'll take shots.
I'm sure they're already plotting.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. I think they put out a marketing. Brady put out a marketing email from it.
Yeah.
Saying, hey, we won here. Give us more money so we can go fight somewhere else.
Yeah, I think there's videos and everything that was out. So
yeah.
So
and in the end, you know who's getting the most money out of that whole
lawyers. The family gets 5% of the settlement. The lawyers get 95%, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So bless their hearts.
Yeah.
That's like when you look at class action lawsuits. The consumer is never the winner when it comes to class action.
No.
It's the lawyers. It's a group of lawyers.
Yeah, listen, I always feel for people when they lose their family members, but none of this stuff is going to make America better. In general, America will suffer because of it. Everyone that's alive will suffer for that. It's just if someone you love gets killed by a Ford, you can't. You know what I'm saying? You can't.
Unless the Ford caught fire because it was put together horribly.
But if someone takes a Ford,
drive, it's not Ford's fault.
If someone takes a Ford or a Dodge and they plow through a crowd, you can't go say that, they did these videos. You can't blame it on Fast and Furious or anything like that. It's like that individual, they chose something and decided to create destruction with it, right? Imagine all the places we could sue with the riots when people were throwing Molotov cocktails and all that kind of stuff. We could sue people. We could go after people, right?
No, wait. That was a protest.
Yeah,
Stop it with that riot. That was a protest.
Ain't never gonna happen. It's a shame.
That was a protest, and it was peaceful.
Mostly peaceful. Now that I know that was coming.
But they just got a little out of hand. That's all it was. Just a protest.
I think that January 6th was a mostly peaceful protest also.
Yeah, and then a policeman shot an innocent white woman right in the neck. That
almost ended the country, Hank Strange. How dare you?
But, a black policeman too, by the way.
That poor white woman.
White policeman.
That poor white woman.
Black woman.
Yeah.
That would have been bad juju.
Got killed by the
all over.
Got killed by the
They'd
black
be
police
dragging that
officer.
motherfucker out in the street.
Listen, I think
have
that
you
was
guys
terrible.
noticed?
I think that was terrible what happened. But yeah, no one gives a crap about it, right?
Nope.
That's
Have you noticed the
matter.
defunders, the defund police people don't seem to give a rat's ass about Canada stomping on peaceful protesters right now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
No,
and
it's a
just
weird- give a
take
shit.
a look. Take a look back. Where are all the BML leaders at? Black Lives Matter.
It's
They
'cause
took all the
it-
money
yeah,
and they
there's no
run,
equity.
motherfucker. They
It's
run.
because they can't make any money from it, so
There's a-
why give a shit? It's
No,
like
they stole all the money and ran off with it.
Yeah.
That's what they've done.
what's his name? What's
These
that
guys
race
talk
baiter
about
that-
equity. There's no equity. You know what's funny? I saw who I don't know. I'm not sure who you're talking about, but I saw that Amazon kicked Black Lives Matter
Delisted
out
them.
of kicked them out of their charities or something like that.
because they
Yeah.
have you guys seen the news on their missing money right now?
Yeah, millions.
They're missing
Tens of millions
$63
gone.
million that they have no idea where it went to. I
let
know
me
where
give
I
you
can
a-
tell you where it went to. It's not hard to
Hollywood
figure out.
Hollywood Hills.
Let me
but
give you a
it's
little
not
where
on
it
the
went.
books.
It went to the people
Yeah.
who financed Black Lives Matter. That's who it went to.
Yeah.
And those are the rich old people
F's.
that aren't black.
Listen, at the end of the day, this is all that matters. Can you defend yourself? That's what matters.
Oh, come on, man.
That's what matters. Listen, can I show this off for a second? Can I show this
Oh,
off? Let me
no.
see. I'm going to show this off. Big
What
shout
if-
out.
What if we say no?
Well, I mean, you guys don't have any choice. Big shout out to
Exactly.
DCG 44s out there who helped me acquire this Mossberg. This is not a kit. This is what the original... I do have videos on the Mossberg 500 conversion kit. I think that was some big videos that we did. And let me see.
This is a factory bullpup.
That's a factory gun.
Yeah, this is done by the factory. Got the carrying handle up on there.
But
Yeah.
basically, it's like a factory kit. If you look at how it's produced, it's a plastic housing thing that an 870
they take
straps in.
Yeah,
Take the 500 action and set the 500 action.
yeah, but it was done by the factory, so that makes it collectible so far as I'm concerned.
It's not.
See right
it's not
there?
some aftermarket.
That's where your
It's factory.
release is, right there.
Oh, I see lawyerese on there.
What do you see?
I hate
Lawyerese.
I hate when I go to look at a gun and there's nothing but lawyerese on the side of it, and I'm like,
Oh, shoot
why
from
are you-
right shoulder only. Store gun and ammunition separately.
Walter, sorry, it
Yeah,
just
okay.
told us there that you can't fire it. Right shoulder only.
Yeah,
You
you're.
dumb fuck.
But could you go and sue them and say that was the correct shoulder? I fired it from my correct shoulder. It was the right shoulder for me.
Right.
This
Words
was
matter,
made,
I guess, right? It's about words
Yeah.
matter.
Yeah, this was made in North Haven, Connecticut.
Yep, that's the Connecticut factory.
Mm-hmm. It's got a safety right there.
That's the weirdest thing to me. They got a
How
grip
bad is the
safety on
trigger? How bad is the trigger?
Okay, hold
Yeah,
on.
what
Let's see. Let me take it off safety here.
'Cause I can't say I've never shot one of those. So.
That's
Oh,
squishy.
that sounds-
squishy.
Is that like a double click?
it. That sounded awful.
Yeah, it's squishy. Yeah, it's pretty squishy. It's pretty squishy. Yeah, I'm going to assign this to Babyface P to clean it up. It's in pretty good shape. But
And in my opinion, not one
Here
of
you go, Babyface.
Mossberg's, not one
So
of
you can make a
Mossberg's
video.
sexier designs. So
I'll do
No,
a
it's
video
not-
on it. It's interesting enough for a video for sure.
yeah, it's not. You know what? It's
Oh,
not
yeah,
super
yeah, yeah.
sexy. It's
Yeah.
not super sexy,
Well,
but I think it's
see,
good in a bullpup collection.
there's not a drop of Picatinny rail or disc or a quick disconnect anywhere on that.
I
is
am so
Uh.
disappointed that it does not have a QC connector so we can, you know,
there? Well, that's because that's probably
a cutie point.
That's
What is
that's
this? What
80s.
year
That's-
is this? Let's try to look. Yeah, what is this?
probably
80s?
80s?
90s,
vintage.
wasn't it?
It's 80s vintage, I think.
Yeah, it's 80s.
Oh, yeah.
It's got to be 80s.
Yeah, they didn't have any of that shit.
Yeah. So,
you got irons and you liked it back then.
Yeah. You know, this is about as tactical as it gets right here with the... hold on, let me go full screen again. Look, it's got a vertical grip right there. What? You know, a handle, carry handle. Was this in any movies? I got to look it up and see if this was in any
Well, that's
movies.
a good question. Don't know.
Let's see if I can look it up here and see what movies it was on. And I got to...
IMFEP.
And I'm like... My nose is
Yeah, you need to apply a tissue to one of your nostrils.
I know. Hold on a second.
That's all I'll
It was
say.
in.
I'm coming off screen. Oh, I got to mute.
While you
I was
doing
gonna-
that, I will say what it's in. Movies from '87 forward. It was in The Running Man. Good movie.
Okay.
RoboCop, The Hidden, Twins, The Phoenix
Twin?
Warrior. I don't recognize that. L.A. Bounty, Short Time, Predator
Wow.
2,
Wow.
Do or Die. Stargate was in Stargate. That's pretty
Oh,
cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, it's pretty famous. Pretty famous.
Was in
Yeah.
Bullet, 1996 Bullet, Leprechaun 4, and 2006
Oh my
Crank.
lord.
It was also in The
I
X-Files
am-
and Miami Vice.
Wow.
Firearms.
IMFDB. Internet
IMFDB.
Firearms Database.
IMFDB.
There you go. And do Mossberg 500 bullpup. It'll
Yeah.
come up.
And then let's put it here so we could show people this. Yeah, my apologies for grossing everyone out there. Man, I gotta go in here old school.
Running Man. I can't believe it. Seems like something that'd be in Running Man.
500. Yeah, The Running Man is a classic 80s movie.
Mm-hmm. RoboCop seems like another one, that gritty RoboCop feel. It seems like that model.
Oh yeah, no, I don't want to join the newsletter for crying out loud.
Yeah, I get too many. That used to be a place where you go and look stuff up, but now you get spammed with
Leprechaun
all
4.
kinds of crap they send out all the time.
Oh my god, Predator 2.
Crank was a pretty big movie. That was
What was Crank about?
The British guy that gets drugged and he has to keep his heart rate above 140 or he'll die or whatever.
Oh, Jason Statham?
Jason Statham. That's it. Yep. That's Crank was his movie.
Running Man. Oh, so this was in a lot of
It was 80s and early 90s. It was pretty prolific, actually.
The X-Files, Miami Vice. Oh, there you go.
Let me tell you, The X-Files was a good show.
Oh, for sure.
The smoking man.
Yeah. Was it the Thin Man or the Smoking Man? The
Smoking man. He's the one who shot Kennedy.
Okay.
Oh,
They made that like he.
I
was
like
there.
it was
what
a
was it?
thing, yeah.
What was it? What was it? Gillian Anderson is a hottie.
Mm-hmm. She
Oh,
was.
she's
She
still-
was. I don't know
no,
how she's looking now.
Oh, she still looked good. Let me see. Hold on. I saw her in a Mr. Bean
We
movie.
transitioned right from guns to.
She's aged.
Yeah.
Guns and women go together perfectly. She has aged very well.
Yeah, Gillian Anderson is.
She's a sexy lady. She
Yeah,
aged very,
check
very
out
well.
Gillian
She is
Anderson.
53 years old, and she's
Look
still
at that.
looking good.
She looking
Nothing
good.
wrong with that.
Yeah. Yeah, Gillian Anderson looking good. I've seen her in some movies throwing some sexiness out there, you know?
I don't know about the bleached out blonde, but yeah, it's
Yeah. Oh, here's her doing Margaret Thatcher.
oh, bless her heart. Oh, I remember that. That was a good.
Yeah,
That was an
I
interesting.
see
I
it.
watched that.
You
We
saw
watched
that? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Gillian Anderson. I'm trying to remember what I saw her in Bean and something else. She was yeah.
Bean. She was in Mr. Bean. That's
Yeah.
a great series of movies.
You know.
I almost bought an AK over the weekend. Another one.
Really, from where?
Why?
I almost fell for a marketing ploy.
Oh no! What was it?
Well, you get an AK and 1,000 rounds of ammo, and I missed it. You could have got 5 mags with it too, but it was too late on that.
Who was selling?
Yugoslavian AK.
Mm.
With
Was
the
it
maple.
PSA or who was it?
No, it's I forget who had it, but it's made in Yugoslavia. So it wasn't sold by PSA, but
Mhm.
I almost pulled the trigger, but it's used a credit card.
We're taking a break.
30-something bucks.
Taking a break.
Oh,
Sorry,
4
it's
seconds.
about to happen
3,
right
2,
now.
1. Advertise.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of a DAO, or decentralized autonomous organization like TUSC Crypto. TUSC cryptocurrency is a firearm-friendly e-commerce option for online payment transactions, secured on the blockchain. So when you're in the crypto market, please consider TUSC, TUSC. All right, ba-boom, we back. We be back. What? This always throws everything a little crazy. Okay, so Babyface, I don't know if you have guns. Definitely Walter had. Did you want to show off your oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Sexiness from all that rowing. I'm not sure if he's still rowing, but What happened to you?
I am keeping myself active and losing a little bit of weight. I'm happy.
What happened to those night vision things you were showing earlier?
The night vision things?
Yeah,
You mean the night vision?
right?
So
whatever.
so I bought this. They were on super sale. Otherwise, I probably would not have bought M81 Woodland. But I bought a camo wrap for my night vision that is M81 Woodland camo, and it actually looks pretty freaking cool.
What did you have to do to put that on? That looks good. How'd you?
It's just sticker. It's a 3M. It's one of those like nice 3M decals, and it's pre-cut to shape everything. It took me about, I don't know, 30 minutes to sit down. And Noctorium Industries, I think, is who makes them. And he actually has really good videos showing how to put these together, put them on your nods. But yeah, I wasn't sure if I would like the M81, but it actually looks pretty cool on it.
It does. And when I was over at your house, I tried those out. So I called dibs, Walt. So when Babyface,
they were good enough for Hank to call dibs on, which means they're pretty
dibs.
Impressive.
Yeah, I call dibs on that.
And that
when
goes along with
Babyface gets tired of those.
Here it goes along with my ear pro, I guess, on my helmet, which is modern multicam. So now I got M81 on the front, modern multicam on the ear pro.
Oh yeah.
You know what? If you watch a lot of back in the day when you used to watch the real operator type people like SEALs and stuff, those guys got to choose whatever camo they wanted to run with, and some of those guys are running Tiger Stripe and this and that all mixed together. So whatever.
I was doing some looking around here today because I was curious. I was like, what military camo would look good in Florida? Multicam Tropic blends in almost perfectly. It was really cool to look at. There was a guy that was running Multicam Tropic on top and M81 on the bottom. Multicam Tropic is awesome. It's like perfect for Florida. So I'm gonna have to look for some Multicam Tropic stuff.
There are some camouflage.
I want to see the price list of this later when all this is done.
Probably expensive.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh no! So this here, the Noctorium or whatever, his wraps are normally $30 plus shipping. There was some place I was just Google searching it one night. This is one of those like midnight purchases I did. Some place had them clearanced out, the M81 clearance for like $10, and I was like, "Fuck it, for $10, I'll put M81 on my."
So that's cut to go on those.
Yep, it's made directly for the DT and VG, and he cuts them. He laser cuts them for all PBS 14s, PBS 7s.
You're not taking a sheet of it and just cutting it out and sticking.
No. It's already laser cut to fit every piece correctly. Yeah, so you don't have to do it yourself.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, Walt? Are you gonna show some stuff, or did I just cut you off? I think I did.
I'm touching my M10.
There you go.
That's the one those days.
Brian Quick says, so if nods are the 2020 to 2021 flex, what's going to be the flex for 2022 and World War III?
Gassing your car and baking in the fridge because it's going to be so effing expensive.
Toilet paper.
Toilet paper.
This is kind of I call
radios.
It kind of story. Uh-huh. My friend of mine that I met over the weekend, him and his wife do they go to a lot of casinos. So because they go to a lot of casinos, they get a lot of free stuff, and a lot of the casinos hand out liquor as free stuff. So we're going to meet him, and she what's that? Oh no, full size bottle.
Sorry, go ahead. Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Yeah, everything froze up. I think we're still good. We should be. Yeah, go ahead, Walt.
Okay, so because she asked me what I like to drink, and I said, well, I always like Jack Daniels and stuff like that, blah blah blah. And then I said, well, if you're gonna get something, he goes, well, she made it sound like, what do you think, you're getting something? So, but anyways, they told me they have over 150 bottles, unopened bottles of booze, just sitting, that they've gotten from going to casinos and stuff. So
that's what gifts are made out of.
So speaking of survival stuff, and in hard times.
Oh, booze is a good trade bait.
That and smokes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, booze and smokes.
Smokers will kill you for a cigarette. So
Oh yeah, for sure, especially in apocalypse. That was a CZ455 I just threw up there from Edward Andrews. He's flexing his collection on us.
Got it all camoed up.
I went today, yesterday, and filled up my car. Are we still here?
Yeah, we're here.
We're still there.
Yeah,
filled up my car. It was $320. I'm sorry, $420 for gas.
Where?
Crazy
In
expensive.
Gainesville?
I put premium in my car, so it was more expensive.
Oh, okay.
But still, $420 is absolutely insane.
Why
Yeah,
are you
when we were
putting
going-
premium in your car?
I get 25 horsepower more if I put
Because you got turbos. You got
the turbo.
twin
It's better
turbos,
on the
okay.
turbo.
Yeah.
When we were going up to get the van on Thursday along the interstate, some of the diesel prices was like $4.25 a gallon.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, early on, we were talking about the lawyers and you paying for stuff. When you're making you joke about McDonald's and the hot coffee, you pay for that too. You pay for the hot coffee lawsuits. You pay for tripping on the sidewalk lawsuits. You pay for every lawsuit, some way or another. And the only ones that are benefiting from are the
Lawyers.
Yeah. It's
We
not
should have
doing
all
our
been
country
lawyers.
it's not doing our country any good to have legal representation for me looking at you cross-eyed. You know, it's like it's just this, and that goes into that plays into the whole panty waisted I'm a pussy, pussification thing, because every time you trip and fall, it's somebody else's fault because you're effing klutz. So
Yep. 100%.
Thank you. I'll stop.
Yeah. I know Babyface right now is munching. I think Armament and Axis says, how often do you need the more horsepower?
Do I need?
Oh, every day, every day.
Have you figured out horsepower versus your extra cost in fuel?
I don't want to know.
I know. It doesn't matter. Right?
Yeah, I have to put premium in my car if I have it, but I don't have it.
It's so one thing I'll say is so it changes the computer automatically. Craziest thing, changes the timing of the engine. It can tell for whatever reason, somehow it can tell what octane is in the tank, whatever it's burning, and it'll change the timing of the engine, and you can feel a big difference between that 200 and 225 or whatever, 300.
It's trying to prevent the detonation stuff.
Yeah, it totally changes timing. You can, and it's noticeable. Like you can tell that it changes when it ignites for sure.
I've also
very few.
Go ahead, Walt. Sorry.
I would say very few people of Patrick's age have ever ridden in a car like a V8 car, and when they romp on it, it just starts going ding, 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 not because the rods are coming apart, because of detonation and shitty gasoline and bad timing and all that. So.
Yep. I don't know a whole lot about it, but I know what you're talking about.
And then a lot of times when you turn the car off and it keeps running, remember that, Hank? You got a clunker and you turn it off and it goes dum 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 dum. Yeah, it's like you got to step on the pedal and flood it out or something, and like it's like a horse that just got
you got to force that stuff through there. I know that. So like this van has the same engine that's in the Raptor. So it's got that 350 HD twin turbo engine, and I know that when I put premium, not only is it does it function better, but the gas mileage goes up too. So I'm sure Patrick has seen that. Yeah. So I mean, obviously it's more expensive, but you get a little something. Yeah.
It just feels better when you're trying to get on the interstate. You can tell the difference between that small amount of horsepower. Like you can definitely feel the difference in the timing.
Yeah. Brian Quick wants to know if I still have the Samurai. No, don't have the Samurai. I can't remember when that Samurai went. Oh, I think I traded that in when I bought the Tesla that Lola drives.
Yeah, I think that's right.
I didn't get that much for it, but so yeah. And Lola is really happy with that, by the way, with the prices of gas and everything going up. She's very happy.
It's a very nice car. I come full circle on that. It's a very, very nice car.
Yeah. Their Tesla is actually sold out stuff like the Model Y till 2023. So I could sell that Model Y right now for more than what we pay for it.
Did you see that Elon Musk was trending over the weekend on Twitter?
Why? What did
he called Justin Trudeau blackface Hitler on Twitter. He put like hashtag blackface Hitler. Yeah, absolutely. He had to take it down he took it down like 24 hours later.
Oh, Yeah,
Oh
he's
yeah,
getting.
you did like hashtag blackface Twitter, and
I think
picture of
he's
3 hours.
crossing over, man. Like I've noticed some people on the left have you guys noticed that? Like
Yes.
Russell Brand, Russell Brand is
Russell Brand,
now
I can't believe I agree
they
with him.
but guess what though? The media labeled him an extremist, right wing. Russell Brand. Do you
Bill
know who
Maher.
Russell Brand is, Walt?
I don't know who he is. Yeah.
Yeah, that the
Crazy.
British.
I always thought he was nuts. Well,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Bill
Well-
Maher is becoming agreeable, which is another one. I cannot believe I would ever agree with anything coming out of his mouth.
I think he was always kind of libertarian, like libertarian leaning left. Bill Maher. But he's probably
not the leftist we're looking for. Not
Right.
the leftist we're looking for.
Well, see, that's the funny thing is what was he saying? Somebody had tweeted out that Bill Maher hasn't. Basically, he's just not left enough. He's no longer a liberal because he's just no longer left enough to be a liberal. It's like maybe you guys are going too far to the effing insane side, you know?
Happened a long time ago.
I think a lot of people are realizing that, but I don't know.
Obama
It's
opened
too
the.
late.
I said back when Obama was the president, I said he's open. He's made it okay to come out and tell everybody exactly what you are, and just let the love flow. And we got to see all that come out during Obama administration. He didn't do it so much, but he orchestrated all that in the background.
Yeah, Night Train says Tim Pool was originally an Occupy Wall Street guy. Listen, I don't have a problem with everyone coming out and being who they are. I'm 100% good with that. Seriously, I don't have a problem with it. It's when who you are, if what you are starts overriding on who other people are.
Okay,
You know,
so
and then
that's
starts
what's out there.
infringing on that.
Have you guys been seeing the amount of pedophiles that are getting exposed on the internet right now at big major companies? This is the slippery slope. I'm going crazy hardcore now.
Okay.
We're at that slippery slope.
All right, go for it.
Sony fired somebody at the top of their food chain. There was another guy that just got caught over the weekend who was working at was it Microsoft? This is the everybody can do what they want sort of mentality that we have, that Walter was speaking about, where everybody can be free to
Well,
be who
you
they are.
could be who you are. You could be who you are. It's when who you are infringes
but all these
on who
people
other people
are getting
are.
caught. All these people are getting caught trying to meet certain demographics that is not okay.
Well, yes, and also if you're gonna hurt kids that don't have a lot of choices, or can't defend themselves.
There was a meme the other day that I showed Marley. It was like a 30-year-old doomer, and it shows a guy. Like she's even laughing because she knows what I'm talking about. It was a dude, like a SketchUp of a dude in body armor with a helmet, and night vision, and a rifle. And some of the quotes along the side were like, "He belongs in a wood chipper," and "Let me tell you about the government." And it's like, God damn, I am turning into this. What is happening to me?
Well, let me just say this: keep it to yourself. Don't be who you want to be on the internet.
Oh God, I know.
Cruiseman says some Facebook dude got canned also. Yeah, you know.
It's okay. Just if you like to have sex with horses, it'll be okay one day. Don't worry about it. Don't tell anyone.
It'll be okay one day.
And that's what it's going to. People do think you're crazy. Well, no, I'm not going crazy. What have we evolved?
Well, that's I mean, that's animal abuse.
How are we de-evolving every day? We're de-evolving further. We're de-evolving.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's just like, did you ever think, I can remember years ago when a lot of people in Hollywood were anti-vaxxers. That's one. Two, you know, go ahead. What are you going to say, Walt?
That's traditional vaccines, which, by the way, work for the most part. But they blame the vaccines on their children being different. We'll use that term, different.
Yeah.
Remember that? Remember when it caused autism?
And yes, and it doesn't cause autism.
Well, everything you put in your body gives side effects. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to say
now that the leftists are all.
I think a lot of people taking drugs their whole life and then trying to have babies might have something to do with
crack babies, crack.
Not just crack, but I mean,
how is the world gone so crazy that the people who were anti-government back in the 70s and 80s are now pro everything Big Brother?
But
everything's Big Brother.
they're all part of that because that's where
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's where the money
So
is.
think
It's
about
amazing what
this.
money will do
Do
to
you
you.
remember when people were talking about the African girls, and I think in other cultures around the world, where they would make them cut off their labias, things like that,
Female
genital.
genital mutilation. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a thing.
when that was viewed as a horrible thing that was being done.
There
How are
aren't there
people
some
going to
people
look
on
at
the
what
left that
what?
I thought I had read recently that somebody, and I'm sorry, this is going to be ethereal because I can't remember who it was, but it was somebody in the news in the last week that was in politics, was pro female mutilation, female genital mutilation. She had history of being pro female genital mutilation. It's like, how have we come? I don't
How
understand how we.
how are you to judge that? Come
So
on,
here's my
guys.
thing. How is it not
Cultural.
different? How is it not different to take kids and give them drugs and mess with their body chemistry, in effect, chemical mutilation of their bodies? How's that not? How's
It
that
isn't
not?
any better.
It's not. It's not any
It isn't.
better.
It's not.
But
It's
that's
and no,
happening, and no one thinks that. Like, if I see a person who's done that to their kids that are not old enough to decide that
that's
that
called
should,
child abuse.
yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible child abuse.
There's
So
That's
a
I look at a
all
person like that as like a monster. When I see
but
like,
yes.
that's all part of the
yeah,
adult part of that too. Well, you can be whatever you want to be, Hank Strange. If you want to be a horse today, you can be a horse, and tomorrow you want to be a girl, you can be a girl. Who am I to say that?
you're gonna
Right, a litter
be.
box. You've seen that story that some teachers put a litter box in a bathroom somewhere, right? I'm not kidding. This is a real story that teachers put a litter box because one of the
For what?
4-year-olds was like, "I'm a cat." I kid you not.
So,
This is a
so
real
what you do in the
story.
old days, that little 4-year-old goes and sees the psychiatrist. That's what you're supposed to do.
Um,
And then
Fly-
you go and talk
Does
to
it-
the parents who also need to
does it-
see a psychiatrist.
God,
Not
I
you
don't
could be a
accept that
cat
as
if
some
you
kind
want
of
to. I am not like if someone. Listen, I'm not saying you could be a cat if you want to, but let's say that the parent wants to let this kid follow in their mind this fantasy
I'm
of
not
being a
helping
cat.
out your
If they,
delusions.
yeah, if they start doing things to them chemically and physically, having operations on them to make them look like a cat, that's horrible. Okay,
But
the parents have a problem. A kid thinking he's this thing or that thing or whatever.
Okay.
That's a completely. I'm not saying it's not crazy, but I'm just saying it's a completely different beast that we're looking at, right? Than when you take a kid. So the kid might grow out of that. A kid might grow into that. You know, but taking a
Most
kid
kids
and
do.
changing their body physically, that's
Most
terrible.
kids go through what are called phases. I know, I'm sure I went through some when I was a kid where you're like, I'm this, I'm going to do this. And you're like, okay. And then 6 months later, probably not even 6 months, a couple of weeks later, you're like, I'm no longer into that. That's how kids are.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
I thought I could fly
But
until I thought I could fly like a ninja until I like
tried
you know,
once and
you know
fell out a
how
window.
you know how there's like the horse that people like in gymnasts they do all that stuff on that horse.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Well,
and there's a springboard, so like you see the gymnast runs and
Mhm.
hits the springboard and flips over. Yeah, so no one ever trained me for that, and I remember being a kid in England, and I was like, oh, I could freaking do this. And I went, I ran, hit that thing, springed over, and basically landed on my shoulder and gave myself a fine fracture on my shoulder. And I learned. It's just like, you think you could touch fire or you think you could do this thing or that thing, and you learn. But it's different when people do things to you that are undoable. You know, that
Yeah.
no matter how you want to look at this, people could be on different sides. That is a terrible thing. By the way, Flying Rich is shouting out Marley.
Gotta be.
See that? Yeah.
Oh, yep, she's behind me. Oh, she's not watching anything, but she's back there. She brought home dinner, so
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome.
it was good too. I
Yeah.
was very, very hungry.
So, but whatever. I don't think. Look, at one time in American history, we put ice picks in people's brains. As
We
a
did,
form
and
of
it was
treatment.
not a good. Even then, it was not a good thing. It's never been a good thing.
Yeah. 42 Chill
There's a
says,
really
jump
interesting- Go ahead, sorry.
off garage woke me up. So
I mean, you can do all that stuff if you want to. You'll either survive or you'll die.
yeah.
And you learn from it.
What-
You put your hand.
Well, you'll
kids
be
will
dead
only-
or you'll be busted up. So
Kids only
you
put their
know.
hand on the stovetop once, as long as they're decently intelligent, they only do it once and they learn from it and never do it again.
Yeah.
That's how life works. That's just how life works. But when we step in the way and don't correct behaviors, or we don't allow people to learn to correct their own behaviors, and we lead into these crazies even harder, you start having problems.
If people have to pay for, like, you saying you want to be anything, I'm not sure, like,
And again, if you're an adult and you want to pretend like you're whatever and you're not screwing with anybody else, I don't give a rat's hairy ass. I really don't. You can be a little girl in dresses all day long in your own home. I really don't care. But yeah, when you start screwing with kids and giving them hormones and stuff, that's a problem.
Yeah. But we got a lot of crazy things going on in the world.
If you walked into a surgeon's office right now and said, "I don't believe I should have a leg. I want you to cut it off," do you think the surgeon would go, "Yes, sir. You are
we'll do that for you. No problem. Yeah.
You're a brave legless man. You come on in here. Let's take that leg right off you."
I think it's crazy. I think it's crazy for parents to allow a 16-year-old girl to have a boob job.
I've never agreed with that either. Not personally. I've never known anybody that's had that done, but I've known of people. And I think that's insane.
Yeah. Even a nose job, to be honest with you. I mean,
excessive piercing, or I've known people
if it's medically necessary, yes.
For sure.
Yes.
If it is, yeah.
I know people that do need work done on their nose because it's
right. Yeah, if something's happening or whatever it is, but
just because she's got a hook and she's 16, and no.
Piercings and tattoos before you're 18, other than girls with ears, you can wait.
You can't, like, I know, like, my son wants to get a piercing, and he's 22. I was like, you can't do any of that shit as long as I'm paying your bills.
That's exactly what my mom said. I wanted a motorcycle so bad.
I don't care how old you are.
She was like, I don't care how old I'm paying for your college right now. You can't have that. And I was like,
and I don't have a thing against piercings or tattoos or anything. I think it's cool, but no, my kid can't do that if I pay his bills.
Yeah, you get to decide. That's the way it is. When you are off on your own, you can make your own decisions.
Yeah,
that's how it was for me.
Right. So I don't know.
It's kind of a what's the word for it? Where it helps them spread their wings a little quicker, because you're like, oh, damn, I want to be an adult. I want to have my own money and my own stuff. I don't want to be told what to do anymore.
Well, and so it comes down to if you were passing and seeing a parent beating the living daylights out of a kid, right? Would you do anything?
You're not going to just,
know. So, but we're seeing that happen. We're seeing it happen, and if you say something about it, then you're an evil, terrible person. And you can't undo what you're doing. In the cultures where people were convinced that they had to do genital mutilation, they thought that was, that was okay. So, and we had some of that came from religion too, right? There's religions that believe in genital mutilation still. I think Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. So,
and it's fine to call those people out because it's insane.
Yeah. What is it? Okay, what are you showing off, Walt? For people looking and listening and not looking, Walter has a MAGA. Spade? Yeah, he has a MAGA spatula of some sort.
Bricklaying. So. No, that's a bricklayer spade.
This is one of the first things we did with the laser for a friend. Requested it. This was for a friend of mine who's a rabid Trumper, and he wanted these for a party he was doing about building the wall and all that stuff. And so he bought spatula. These are not a spatula; it's a thing for spreading mortar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and we made him some MAGA.
Yeah, is that a mud spade or something?
Trowel.
Like that?
It's a trowel.
Trowel. That's
trowel,
it.
Yeah.
Trowel. Yes. And they came out spectacularly well, and everybody was happy. And I got one of them just to keep it as a little keepsake up here next to the other keepsakes.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep. Back to the good old days. Back when gas was around $2 a gallon, and meat was affordable, and everything else was affordable.
He was so mean to people on Twitter,
and there was all kinds of tech jobs and construction jobs and.
But he was rude on Twitter, Walter. He was rude on Twitter.
So unpresidential. I
He's
just
so
don't understand
presidential.
why he is such a mean man. He's
Let
so
me-
You know
mean.
when
Let
you
me
know when
ask you this:
Ukraine
Would
was
you
all
vote for
Ukrainian?
what? Go ahead. What?
Compared
I
to
said,
who?
you know when Ukraine was all part of Ukraine? It won't be tomorrow.
Would I vote for
Would
him
you?
again?
Yeah. Would you vote for Trump? Should he run
Voting
again?
for a leftist Democrat in a heartbeat. In a
It
second.
depends on who he's running against. Yeah, if it's between him and Biden, of
Well,
course
you,
I'm
you
voting
know
for
who
him.
he's going to be running against. He's going to be running against some leftist. You're not going to get it. Be a
I'm pretty
Democrat.
sure Hillary's getting all up
I
in there.
think
Hillary ain't
so.
got
I
nothing.
really think it's going to be 2016
No.
over again.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
she can't. She couldn't walk then. You talk about Biden being a cripple. And we can use that word cripple. That's a real word too, by the way.
She's a.
I'm pretty sure Hillary's going to run again. I'm pretty sure.
I think
Yeah,
I'm with Hank here. I really think she's going to.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she might run, but if they take, I don't see it.
I don't think Biden is going to. I think Biden's going to try
No.
to run again.
They're
I
not
don't
going to
think-
run him. I don't think the
Yeah.
party's going to run him.
You don't think they're going to
They're-
run Biden?
They're all. You know why the vaccine stuff is coming down? Because they're
Mhm.
running scared because people are. Even in leftist places, they're not. They're tired of all this bullshit.
They already know
So-
what's going to happen in
Yep.
the midterms,
Yeah.
and they're trying to get ahead of it by saying, "Look, no, we're not the bad ones. We're giving you your freedoms back. We're giving you that back. You
It's
should
not
vote
our
for
fault
us."
that gas is $5 a gallon where you live in California. It's not our
Yeah.
fault.
Fly.
It's Florida's fault. DeSantis is the evil guy. Look what he did while they're all vacationing down here.
Flying Rich said, "I would vote for Trump's stupid half brother." Does Trump have a
I vote
stupid
for
half
I
brother?
vote for Trump's helicopter fuel guy.
Yeah, I
Fuel
vote
his
for just about
helicopter.
anybody.
Listen, I'll be happy if Junior should run. I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
He's a
I
gun
like
guy.
him. I
He's a gun
don't.
guy. You don't like
believe
Junior? No,
He's
you don't
not a
believe
gun guy.
you don't believe Junior's a gun guy?
He is.
I'll
I
keep
think Junior's
my
a-
comments to myself about Junior.
Why?
The
What-
dark-haired one, not the goofy-looking one. The
Yeah,
dark-haired
yeah. I don't think his daughter.
Too many connections.
Ivanka is totally like straight up liberal. She's on the left. Ivanka.
I think so. Yeah, I absolutely
Yeah.
think so.
But I think Junior is like a dyed in the wool gun guy.
Yes,
Yeah.
I believe so.
I mean, listen.
But no, I
Yeah.
also don't agree with what's the phrase? Having dynasties. I'm not a dynasty
Right.
guy.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
Junior doesn't
okay.
have enough money to run by himself. It'd have to be Daddy's money, and if it was Daddy's money,
Yeah.
he'd be pulling the strings. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
and you'd be right back talking to Wayne LaPierre at the NRA.
So who do you think we're gonna see? Who do you
I don't
think?
know.
I
Yeah.
think Trump's
Not
going to
a-
run again.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't be
he's gonna
surprised
be-
that
He's already
he'll
gotten-
try.
He's
He'll
already
try.
got approval from the tards at the top, the people that have power.
He's not gonna get that
what's his-
far. I don't think
what's
Trump's
it-
gonna get that far this time.
What's that retard that from South Carolina? He's in Congress or whatever.
McConnell?
Lindsey
No.
Graham.
Graham?
Lindsey Graham's
Lindsey
already
Graham?
said, "Oh yeah, Trump can have it if he wants it." So he's already gotten approval from the tards that run things. By the way, if you can't tell, I don't like Lindsey Graham. I think he's garbage.
Oh, there's a lot of garbage people, a lot of rhinos.
All of them are out for their own selves. They don't give a rat's
Yeah.
ass about.
Yeah,
well,
it's not-
real.
I think I'm probably gonna go full libertarian. I mean, I know you never go full libertarian, but
Never go for
I
it,
think-
retard.
I think I'm gonna go full libertarian.
Yeah, you can go what
Yeah,
you
see,
want, but anyway.
We'll be supporting Spike Cohen for president.
Is that who's getting the nomination?
Well, Spike was on. Spike had the he had
okay.
the vice presidential thing last time around, and he was here on the show. Spike is a good dude, you know. I think he's a good dude. He's you know, I think he's he just we need some more support going for the libertarians. That's what we need.
I would like to see DeSantis run and win, but I don't want
Not
him to
until
run
Florida. Yeah, not until
Not,
Florida
not
becomes
until he's done
gunshot
with
state.
Florida. That's what I keep saying. And I don't want him to leave Florida. I
Yeah.
was watching some Fox stuff the other day, which I shouldn't
Mm.
because I don't like them. But they were
Mm.
like, "Yeah, DeSantis, he'd be great." And I'm like, "No, shut up! You guys stop talking about this. We need him
No.
here."
Yeah, because of all that talk, DeSantis doesn't want to call for constitutional carry here, and then
he's
the
scared what
Republicans.
people
I
will say
hear he
about
came
him.
out saying he was in support of it.
He said he'll sign it, but he's not calling for it. If he tells
he's
them
not
to
getting-
push it
he's
forward,
not-
yeah,
you're right.
yeah, the Republicans here in Florida don't want to push it forward. I mean, we had
The pussies here in Florida.
we had Luis Valdez on here, so that's kind
What
of the
was his
thing.
take
you
on
know?
all of it?
just
They're
what
all
I
scared
said.
of
Yeah, they don't want to do it.
They're all scared of their shadows.
Yeah.
They can't
Instead
do
of taking
anything. All the Republicans know how to do is defend. They don't know how to do anything on the attack. They don't understand any of it.
That's and like listen to me when I say this. Unless you get another Trump type person that's bold and in your face, you're going to be stuck with the Democrat.
Yeah, but we need a person who is
non-apologetic, not kissing everybody's ass.
But also,
right
we
in
need
your
a person
face.
who's straight up the captain of the ship, like is really decisive about stuff and who makes decisions not thinking about, oh, I want to run again for a second term and all that kind of stuff. You just need to go in there and listen. If anyone wants to know, I don't regret that Trump was the president, right? I mean, he got to what did we say the last time? Put 3 people in the Supreme Court, right?
It was the biggest. It was one of the best things to happen to this country, no matter what people say.
Yeah. Brian Quick says libertarians live in a fantasy land.
Thank you.
But it's a fantasy land in a different state than the left communist fantasy land. I think that libertarians have a massive opportunity if they get their act together and stick to the script of, like, instead of getting all, when they're doing their contest, they don't need to pick the craziest people and all that kind of stuff. That doesn't enlist confidence in them.
Don't get lost in the whole let's do all the drugs in the world thing. Please don't get lost in that.
Yeah, but I think that Spike said that they're not going to focus on the presidency, or from his point of view, he's not focusing on that. They want to get people in governors or in Congress and stuff like that.
The likelihood of that happening as a president is slim to nil.
Yeah, 42 Chilled said Condoleezza Rice. No, I don't think so.
No, she's a. I'm sure she's a nice lady, but she's a globalist.
Yeah, I don't want any more of them in there.
We don't need.
She's a Federalist Society type person, a globalist. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't need any We don't need any of those.
Yeah, you might as well just get Bush back.
Not gonna do it.
Yeah,
I can't speak for Hank here, but I'm pretty sure Walter and I are both very anti-globalist. So
that's your people that are. Globalists are the ones that accept all the pedophiles too. By the way,
100%.
And because a lot of them are pedophiles.
The new boogeyman, the Klaus Schwabs of the world.
And then when you call them out, they're like, "Well, who are you to say who he is? Oh my God, come on, just because he likes this and he likes that." Well,
yeah, Night Train says, I will inevitably vote for Trump, but I'm still upset with him about his lack of 2A judgment, bump stock, red flag laws.
Because Trump is in New
York.
Yorker.
2A nothing. He did nothing 2A.
He did nothing for us. He was a New Yorker. He doesn't understand guns. He's not a gun person.
He could have cleaned the ATF out, and we wouldn't have the shit going on we have going on right now.
I got to blow my nose again. You guys go for it.
But I agree with Walter 100%
He chose to do nothing, and we're stuck with the same assholes running the place that we're running back then.
Yep, 100%.
That I had to go meet with in Washington, by the way.
100%. They have their little Waco statue and their little Ruby Ridge.
They have a wooden model in the lobby, and the thing they have like a history of the revenuers and ATF and all that, which is good. I mean, it wasn't, it goes back and all that stuff. But then they have a wooden model of the Branch Davidian compound, and it's not burned. By the way,
it's not burned. And I don't know how some of these agencies are so proud of some of the stuff they've done.
I don't understand the logic. I don't understand the logic behind that.
Right now,
ask Randy Weaver about those guys. He'll tell you.
Right now, Marley and I are listening to a podcast about MK Ultra and the CIA dousing everybody they could get their hands on with LSD back in the 50s. And I mean, I don't know why anybody trusts the U.S. government. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Well, when you think about it, how does like ATF and the EPA and all these other ones that want to control rain? By the way, the EPA wants to tell you that the rain is not yours.
Put it in a bucket.
Yeah.
You can't put rain in a barrel.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. How did they get all this? In the meantime, they get all this power. In the meantime, the people who are supposed to be doing this kind of stuff are doing nothing. Nothing. Zero. They're not doing anything but spending money. That's it. Zero.
And you got to spend as much as you can so it goes into the budget next year.
Yeah,
I can't have
back in the old days, they came up with a budget for every year.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to stick to that budget. Now we have these extensions and extensions and extensions and extensions.
Because it's all imaginary.
It is.
Well,
It's imaginary.
Once we got rid of the gold standard, every fiat currency
what's
is
not imaginary is what's happening in the economy right now.
And at the end of the day, there's a lot of these people. I know this is going to sound crazy, but there's a lot of these politicians who really believe that, like you were talking about globalism, they really believe that they can leave America, go somewhere else, and live like kings and all that kind of stuff, and it doesn't really matter what happens here or what happens in other places. So
it kills me. These people. We have a global economy, and we need to, this and that, and like when the Brits left the European Union, the world was going to end. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Did they leave though? Did they leave?
Yeah, they're gone. They're out. Done. Finished. Over. Out.
And nothing changed.
Yeah, I don't think anything really changed. That's what we're. Well, but they didn't really undo the crap that they started necessarily.
I also loved the Brits that are like, I'm not British, I'm European. It's like, fuck off. Go to Germany.
Really, I mean, when you go to over there, like we were over there, or in France, for example, that was really bad. You know what flag flies on top of the French flag?
Mm-mm.
The European
Union flag.
The
EU. European Union flag is the top flag, and all the other little ones follow behind underneath.
Well, the good thing is the EU has an opportunity to show the world how useful they are right now. Isn't Russia?
Oh, they're gonna fuck everything up, Mr. Strange.
No, I think they'll work this out. I think they'll work this out with Putin. I think Putin will listen to them. And he will take their guidance.
Your jokes are so funny tonight. I didn't know you were a professional.
I don't think Putin is going to be riding naked on a white horse at any time.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
I don't think he's going to be playing around with tigers and lions.
Bears.
Yeah, I don't think any of that's going to happen. I think Putin will be very contrite and bow down to their authority.
As shitty as a person as he is, and as awful as his tactics are, because they literally kill dissidents over there. If you're against Putin, you get killed. I wish we had somebody running our country that was as pro-America as Putin is pro-Russia.
You have to have. Once again, if you get a guy that's like Mr. Charisma, Mr. waving the flag and all, people will get behind it and he will win.
I think Putin is pro-Putin. I mean, he's got an incredible amount of power.
It's true.
It's true.
Yeah, why give that up?
Yeah. Putin's a crime syndicate. That's a crime syndicate.
Yes, I mean, do you know how many mistresses he has, dude?
I don't care about that. All the buddies and all the money trickles down or trickles up.
His mistresses are billionaires.
Lots and lots of people end up dying, getting killed off. Yeah, it's a crime syndicate for sure.
Yeah. If you're a hot Russian chick right now, you could become a billionaire.
Oh, hell yeah. You just up with Putin.
Yeah.
Little short autistic.
You know how many babies? You know how many babies Putin is popping out while these other people aren't even having babies?
Probably got a lot.
Oh, a lot.
I don't care to them.
Yeah. So I mean, why do you give up that power? Why would you?
Oh, hell no! Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess to end it tonight, would any of you guys actually want to be a dictator? Because I don't know that I really want to.
Listen, I do dictate every now and then, son.
Always.
I do dictate on a regular, but
that
no.
circle of life comes back to get you.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like people are gonna
just
come.
be patient.
Yeah.
You look at them. Yeah, it'll come back to get you eventually.
Yeah. Listen, I dictate all the time, dude. I'm a master dictator.
It's better to walk softly.
Carry big stick.
Even when I'm sick, I give out dictation.
You got another one in you? Is there another one in there you're gonna give us?
I'm not even touching that dictation.
Are you dictatorial?
Yeah. I got every kind of dictation in the dictionary.
I don't know that you want to be saying that out loud.
Okay.
I got all the dicks. I mean, dictation all the time.
Okay, all right. I'm too sick to make these jokes. Okay, I'm just hurting my own self right now. All right, listen. Yeah, we need to wrap this. Why is this thing not focusing? Oh my goodness gracious!
You're in focus for. We're probably on a different camera. I can see.
Yeah. All right. So listen. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go around the clock here, and we're gonna have Walter and Patrick tell you guys how you can
I ain't
support
doing
them.
the words of wisdom. Words of wisdom is out for me. Done. I've done.
Why? What?
Yearly
It's your
words of wisdom.
birthday. We can't get 60-year-old words of wisdom.
Sure, I got a little one for you.
Okay, see, there you go.
You turned it real quick.
So, Patrick, go ahead, tell the people.
YouTube.com/babyfaceP, as in the letter P, or Instagram is baby_face_P. I'm waiting on a couple things to come my way. I have some projects in the works, and we should have some content coming soon. I keep saying that, and nothing happens, but we'll have stuff eventually.
Sego.
Yep.
Okay, all right, cool. Cruiseman says, I don't want my dick to be a tater.
You know what they do to taters? They cut them up, put them in a deep fryer.
Yeah.
Slice them up and deep fry
French
them.
fries. Okay, Walt, where could the people go, including if they want to get those Glock barrels?
If you want to get the Glock barrels, you can go to stenparts.com, or you can go to, I think it's on Safety Hour Firearms someplace. You just guys couldn't find it.
Mm-hmm.
They can do that. You can check us out on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, Safety Hour Firearms. There's also, when I'm messing with the mini bikes and my van, all the van stuff, van life is on Dirtfoot Racing.
Yep.
I think I'll be doing a video tomorrow about what I'm going to do to it and what it looks like inside.
Oh, cool.
Right now.
Yeah, let me know when you put that up. Yeah.
And on Wednesday, we're putting it up on the lift at the shop down the street, and I'll get some good video underneath it, which I don't think anybody's ever done with a RV. So, except for maybe Hank Strange.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did that just the other day. But yeah, okay. Yeah, but not that particular one. I've never seen. Yeah.
No, you're not going to see a classic like that on the list.
Yeah,
ever.
yeah. I mean, I could totally show you guys some stuff going under a lift at some point in the future. But for sure, check out Dirtfoot Racing. Walter will have updates. I'm gonna do a series of videos. We already shot the first one. I just need to, I've been so sick. I haven't really been. I didn't do it. My weekend was a wash. I didn't do any of the stuff I was supposed to do except get that deal done. What's up?
I am going to take it out and go camping in it as it is, just to get the 2000s experience, and because I wasn't camping in 2000. Well, I was with the Boy Scouts in a tent. I slept in a tent in 2005.
Right.
Yeah.
How did the rich live in 2005? Yeah.
I hope that wasn't it. Anyways.
No, that thing was pretty hot back in 2005. Didn't you send me pictures of the? Yeah,
that was like 65 grand back in 2005. So yeah.
Yeah, somewhere you sent me a thing. I gotta look and see if I could find it here.
The Jazzy Jeff brochure.
Yeah, before we go out here, if I could find it, I will definitely share it with the people. But yes, so make sure you support Babyface P as well as Walter Keller. Here, I don't know where the heck this thing. Oh, I don't see it. I don't know where that is. I'm gonna run in the end here. I'm gonna come back and 60-year-old Walter. He's he's still looking good for an old dude. I don't know if he got his AARP card yet.
Oh, AARP. Take that right up the back.
Yeah. But he's
all they are is leftists at AARP. Leftists.
Yeah.
Forget about your.
They're everywhere.
Just give me a minute. I'm gonna change my whole subject on my.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna run the end in right now. How about that? Big thanks to everyone for joining us here. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna run in the end. Walter's gonna come back with words of wisdom. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Of course, we're gonna rip the audio out of this, throw it up on iTunes or any other place that you listen to your audio podcast. You can get us like on Podbean, Audible. All those cool places have the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. You know what? We need to do a professional kind of photograph of something of the three of us to put on that, like everyone does, because we're approaching 1,000. Well, we almost at 900, and then we're gonna, get 1,000. We got to professionalize this at some point here. No.
Some point.
No one wants to do it. No one wants to do it. I'll get if we could get a professional photographer. Maybe we'll all show up with suits. No. Chirps.
Oh, you got a lot. Tell you what, I clean up good, so I'm just putting you on notice.
Yeah, Babyface. I know Babyface has a suit of some sort.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, there you go. I probably don't have one, but I could get one. Yeah. Oh, trust me, I'm very sexy. I give out all the dictation when I put on a suit. Okay.
Hey, Walter, what are your words of wisdom?
Yeah, go for it.
Words of wisdom tonight. Okay. growing up as a young man, you had a camera. You didn't have a phone with a camera and a digital stuff where you could take 100 photos. You'd take 10, 12, 20, 24, 36 maybe if you got a 35 millimeter. And half of those don't come out for the shit, like when you're at a party and everybody's partying and doing weird ass shit. All it takes is one or two of those, and you wish you've never seen a camera before in your whole life. So, and personal experience, don't do dumbass shit when the camera's around.
Did someone have pictures of you from back in the days?
Oh yeah, I got pictures of back in the day. Yeah.
I was just gonna say hashtag blackface Hitler.
Oh,
no, I never did that knowingly, but but yeah, I got some pictures from a friend today that I met.
Oh, so how come we didn't see this?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Somehow we got to get our hands on those.
They're
pictures.
not bad. They're not bad. It's just
Right.
you gather, you drink, and you do stuff.
I want to see the blonde hair flowing and the gold chains. I heard you look like a young Hulk Hogan back in the day.
Oh, brother, that's what I did. Yeah. Hulk, he got thrown off the world because he used the N-word one time.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He is a non-person anymore.
Yep.
So speaking of cancel, another words of wisdom, don't fall for this cancel stuff because it just ain't right. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
have a good one,
agree.
brother.
I agree.
Don't use those bad words in public.
Lots of hypocrisy out there. We are all racists. Let's add that to the words of wisdom.
What are we racist?
We are all whoever's not racist. Let him cast the first stone. Out there, everybody racist. Everybody
I'll
racist.
give each one of you. Hey, we have a mini.
I'm racist. You're racist. That guy's racist over there. Everybody's racist. Trust me. Everyone can get caught out there. A sword cuts both ways, son.
How about you get in suits and I'll provide the mini bikes and we can have a race. We can.
That would be a good picture.
Oh yeah, that might be cool.
Mini bikes in suits. Cool. Yeah, I would do that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have 3 beautiful mini bikes.
This could be a plan.
There you go.
This could be a plan. All right, listen.
Going long.
Yeah, I don't know who's coming in tomorrow. I'm sure Lola told me. I cannot remember. But it'll be a fun show. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We're out of here. Thanks very much, guys. I appreciate everyone. And let's press the button. Let me go press the button first. Press the button. Gotta press it. And hope that it does something when the button is pressed. And click this one too.